Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you so fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over. Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get versticken. Join me.
Like having sex. It's a painstaking, arduous task that seems to go on and on forever, and just when you think things are going your way, nothing happens. Just when you think things are going your way, nothing happens.
Cheer 1000, why not?
Try to relax your anus.
He's got a kill! He's got a hair! He's got a kill! You wanna see the biker?
Hey, where are the white women at?
Hello, everybody. We've got a show for you today, and I'm going to pop in here. We're in the Neon Lounge because we're... Not now, Al. I'm doing a thing. Hump the dog later. Holy shit, Gray Duckling with 1,000 bits off the... Why not? Like, well, thank you so much. Thank you. I have to, like, do a good show now. I'm, like... Legit. I'm also gonna back up a bit. I get a lot more room to move. Aaron's always like, "Oh man, why do you have your camera always so?" Because I like being able to move, man. I can raise my arms. There's shit going on. Fucking cat. I'm wearing a shirt that very nicely blends in with the green screen. So that's always a fun time. You know what? I realized why we stopped using the Neon Room until we get that figured out. There's something with the screen, the lighting's not right or something. It stands out a bit and it drives me nuts. And that's why we don't do the Neon Room. I suppose technically we could do this one. I mean, we could go. Let's go. Yeah, dude. Apparently, religious works out fine. Although, I say that and I move. It depends on where I am. My hair might be part of the problem. Too much light coming off my quasi-golden locks. All right, whatever. Fuck this. I can't do this for long. I can't take myself seriously behind such a religious background. It's not fitting. It is not fitting. All right, anyways. We have a show for you. It's already loaded, so I'm kind of putzing around while we get everything going with everyone sauntering in. Both of the chats are up on the screen here, and I have the Twitch one up on this screen. You'll obviously get two of them on that screen. So, I mean, we got chats handled, I think, eh? I am going to pat myself on the back. Listening to Aaron complain about keeping up with the chat, I'm like, if you were really a gamer, this wouldn't be a thing. You'd be well aware of why it's handy to have... again, man, just... You can even use one screen, but just put everything on half of it. You know? Have that be your U screen, and then the screen that the audience sees, that's the one where things are full screen. I just... But you don't want to tell someone how to do things, even if your way's better. Anyways, fuck it. We got a show to do, so that's what we're going to do. If you're watching on Rumble, thank you very, very much for all of you watching on Rumble. We have, again, the whole kit and caboodle shebang up here for the chat. Unfortunately, not on the screen still. So, figured that one out. That's a thing. I got to get friendly with these Rumble people. Be like, hey, what do we got? Whose balls do you got to tickle to get something like worked out with Streamlabs? And you guys can like, because you're not like a recognized one. You got to do everything manually. And my phone is going, hello. Oh. Yes, I need to book that appointment for my cats. Thank you very much, phone, for alerting me. Oh. Oh, that was... Thank you, Wilmer Auto Tech. I was kind of thinking like, 4th of July, dodged a bullet, Nope. Pretty much right out the gate. Right out the gate. The floodgates, the brown eye, I don't know what you want to call it. They're open. The eye of Sauron. Alrighty, so we have a bunch of different stories to get into, and still 7. I usually don't kick off right away. Normally I have to fuck around getting everything loaded, and this time I got everything done ahead of time. This is what happens when you're productive. I gotta go back to being lazy. There's more what, though? I don't know. Either way. So a couple of things we'll be talking about in the first hour that we have planned for you today is, one, we're going to be talking about the climate. There's a viral video that I'm going to be making fun of because, the actions in it are stupid. I'm sorry. The person in the video does something incredibly dumb. And the reasoning for it, even worse. And then, so we're going to do that. We're going to talk about Greta Thunberg. I like ripping on that little chick because she's kind of a giant poser, in my opinion. From what I've seen, everything I've seen, she seems like she shows up for cameras. She sits down and is like, hey, I'm going to oppose this because I'm against it. But it's all kind of like a show for her. Well,
Cheer 100 serious show, serious topics. Fart, fart, boner, fart.
Thank you, Wilmer. This is a serious show with serious topics and a host that's completely mental. So, I mean, it's like it balances out, I think. The point is, we're not biased. We're just crazy. Oh, because now you got to worry about everybody's bias. Everybody else's bias. Everyone's got a point and objective. They work for somebody. I don't work for anybody, as proof by my payment due bills. You got the forest back, brother. This is what I refer to as the spa scene. The reason for the neon room, not to give you too much of a look inside behind the curtain. Whole reason for the neon room choice this morning was so it was the fastest, easiest one to get a hold of when I was trying to fit everything together. And then once I figured everything out and I got the actual background up there and the settings back the way they were supposed to be, boom. I was able to do both while running a show with Aaron. It's almost like I could multitask. Anyways, so yeah, we've got the forest back, the chill lounge, and actually, let's do a little. Let's clear this out so we can reload it. 1,000 bits from Grey Duckling was super duper awesome. We're automatically doing overtime through the end of the week because funding is pretty much just there. We're assuming the rest of the funding for the rest of the week will make it in over the course of the 3 days. All right, whatever. Fucking fly my eye. So thank you for the 100,000 bits. All right, so enough fucking around. We have done enough of that. I hope you've all had a wonderful 4th. I had a good 4th of July. The night of just at 11:15, 11:30. Like, I'm not trying to be an old man with the fireworks, but thought it was funny right off the bat. Mess with Aaron's autism a little. Oh yeah. The whole technical problems thing was funny right off the bat. Once again, I have to say, oh boy. Zoom. It reset. I had to update stuff, apparently. I didn't know this, and so I updated it right before I do the show. And it changed all my settings. Messed with everything. It screwed up my my Rodecaster to the point where, in order to get everything back, I had to restart the computer. The Rodecaster was just like, nope. The computer was like, we know there's a Rodecaster there, but we're not going to play it. Is this working? It was meh. Only drank 48 beers and 2 bottles of Crown. Chevy JB, it is working, and I don't know about meh. 48 beers and 2 bottles of Crown sounds like a lot. Am I wrong? Is that not a lot? I mean, even if it's just the course of the whole day. 48 beers. 2 bottles of Crown. Rusty Grammar saying, no, 750,000 is a lot. Thank you very much, Rusty Grammar. And Wilmer Autotech with the applause sticker and the 100 bits. Thank you. Yeah, I think that is a bit. I think that's a bit much to drink. I definitely wouldn't do that. I didn't do any drinking. What I did do, and I was very happy to do, is took the kiddo to her first ice cream shop adventure. I loved it. I took her to a place, a local place here that makes really, really fucking good ice cream. And I swear to Christ, if it's warm the next couple of weeks, I'm hard pressed not to find a reason to go back. Not even for the kid, because I'm a fat piece of shit, and I'm like, oh my God, that place is so good. Like, every time I've gone there, I've been like, I love the ice cream here, and I always think I shouldn't go back, because that's because then I'll be, forced to say, hey,
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
So, the good news is, for me, there's a fair amount of walking involved, and since I am so horrible at that anyway, I do kind of exert a lot. I do sweat a fair amount. I'm hoping I work it off. I took my older boy fishing out to eat ice cream and to Annandale fireworks because St. Cloud is always crowded. It's just there's a lot of people. That was over the 5 days, not one. Oh, Chevrolet JB over 5 days now. Whew. When you space it out like that, then it does sound like we got up to it, but was it a big deal? I ask you. But yeah, Ivy's never been to an ice cream parlor before. She's seen ice cream shops and things on, cartoons and shows she watches. So I thought, how about this time we do something fun as opposed to just having ice cream? Let's take her out. And so we took her out. She has some issues that make her interesting in public. Like, she does not control her volume at all, and so it got very, very interesting where we had to keep reminding her. She was calling everyone getting ice cream like it was a fucking Kentucky Derby. She's like, oh, and they're coming in, they're going around, they're gonna get ice cream. They're here to get ice cream. You guys getting ice cream? And we're like, yeah, dude, hold on. Like, everyone thought it was adorable. Like, oh, the little kid. Oh, it's so cute. Like, she's spazzing the out. She has no idea. And then when she started eating, then we were in more trouble. Once she actually started eating the ice cream, it was game over. She lost her mind. She's going crazy about everything else. And then there's sugar involved. So I did not make the rest of my day any better. The parlor I go to serves white cake, says Rusty Grammar. Yeah, so I had a fun time corralling her and wrangling her in, and a great time taking her to the ice cream parlor. And I quite frankly think I want to go back. I want to go back so bad. Anyways, let's cut on over to our first story because we might as well quit fucking around and do the goddamn show. So, is this a video thing on it? Oh no, this is What is El Nino. It was a bit that that Chris Farley did. The Nino. All right, this week saw the hottest global temperature ever recorded according to data from 2 climate tracking agencies. On Monday, the average global temperature reached 17.1 degrees Celsius or 62.6 Fahrenheit, the highest in the U.S. National Centers for Environmental Prediction data, which goes back to 1979. That actually doesn't even sound that high. On Tuesday, it climbed even further. Yeah, but isn't this supposed to be the hottest on... It's really weird. You're like, it's the hottest weather ever. I mean, it wasn't comfortable. Effie saying hello. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Effie. I get it. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. Now I get it. That's brilliant. That's cute. I like it. All right. So, like I said, let's boop. Let's actually no, we should go web story view for this one so that way we can and then just enhance just a bit. Okay. So here's our data. Nope. We go down a bit. Is it no up, down? There we go. All right, so wait a minute. You're talking about oh wait, so here's where we were. That doesn't seem right. This doesn't make sense. Because the temperature that you're saying, the hottest ever recorded, and it looks great on a graph. I mean, ooh, very scary. It's so erect, I'm jealous. But I mean, come on, man. It didn't feel that bad. It didn't look that bad. So wait a minute. We're all in danger. The world's a burning, but this was the worst. What's up with the boob? Says Gray Duckling. The boob, Gray Duckling, was the daily temperature for each year since 1979 based on a world average. So it was every day of every year on kind of like where the temperature's at graph thing. And like I said, it just didn't... notice the 2020 and 2016 points. 2023, 2016. Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to be. I guess because those were extremely warm days. August 13th, again, apparently particularly warm. But again, the weirdest part is the record-breaking heat was 62.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Or no, the previous record was 62. But this one was 62.9. So we went up literally 0.3 degrees in...
I'd agree. Boobs are great. Cheer 500.
Everybody loves boobs. Thank you, Gray Duckling. Gray Duckling saying, boobs are great. So we went up literally, and again, thank you for the 500 bits. That's super awesome. We went up literally not even a whole degree in, well, look, 2020, 3, 4, 7 years. So it's almost a decade. And again, oh my God, guys, the temperature got up to 6. Does nobody remember the times where it got like so fucking warm and ball sweatingly, slappingly hot? Like, I mean, although I suppose it does mean it could get warmer throughout the summer. I don't know. It feels a little bit like fear porn. Like, hey guys, this is so bad. Oh my God, it's breaking all the records. And like, but it really wasn't though. It didn't feel that warm. Maybe it's because I'm from Minnesota. We spent so much of the year frozen. We're still thawing out. Mother Nature's air conditioning. So anyways, apparently we're all going to die. The world's on fire. And CNN is more than willing to tell you how to do something about it. Oh, my God. Experts warn the record could be broken several more times this year by Robert Rode, leading scientist at Berkeley Earth, as he said in a Twitter post. Yeah, I love... I can't even make a joke about that now. I used to be able to. I love that we have to go to Twitter for our important posts about. But actually, now that I was about to even say that, no, actually, we kind of do have to go to Twitter. Tucker's there, so I mean, we might as well just go to Twitter. Hey, by the way, did you check my whisper? You know what? Since you brought it up, I did not because I didn't see it. I don't see those on here. But since you mentioned it up here, I will go check your whisper right now. And I'm guessing since it was a whisper, you would definitely like it if I read it out loud. Whispers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. You probably have great work. I have not checked out your work, solely because I don't have money. It's so I am I doodle a little bit on my own. I don't mean to brag, but I've done some crappy images on my own. I'm becoming better with Photoshop. I guess I don't know. But you're right. I should do something for sub badges so everybody gets some stinking badges. Are these the same experts that were talking about COVID? Well, that's the other thing, too. You bring up a great point, Ignatz. It's really hard after the past couple of years, like, hey, the experts warn. And be like, yeah, but the experts warn about a lot. I mean, the experts warned. All right. It's no disrespect, Effie. I just don't have awesome sub badges at the moment, and I guess I can work on that. You know, we can maybe not be lazy and come up with a few things and do something fancy and fun. Is now fun. Oh, okay. There you go. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and kick over to the next story. So yeah, the planet saw the hottest day ever on record. But again, it just to say it's weird to call this one, like, it feels like if it's you're like, oh, this is the hottest and it's only gonna get warmer. But I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't that bad. All right, so something I was talking about earlier on the Steel Toe show. We were talking about the budget, and apparently there's a viral video of a man peeling a banana and tossing the peel before he places it in a produce bag and sets it on a self-checkout kiosk scale, and it has sparked a conversation on TikTok. Oh, damn it, I thought this was a video of that. A viral video. I love how this starts out. There's a viral video, and all we have are breaking news headlines. Where's our video? Come on. God damn it. Alrighty, so the 8-second clip, it's only 8 seconds, who cares, was uploaded in May by an account called Saving for Boba, which is run by Australian content creators Mason and Mai, who live on the Oceania country's Gold Coast, and has garnered nearly 85
Cheer 100.
Thank you, Well Salty, for the 100 bits while I'm reading the number. That threw me off a lot. There's 8,500,000 views. How my frugal boyfriend saves money on his bananas. Again, the video is cringe in and of itself, but you can't be serious. Like, one, that's just gross. Two, you realize that the banana timer has begun, all right? The minute you peel the banana, that banana has a shelf life of hours. You gotta eat that banana. And I mean, how much are you really saving? Because if you're doing it like per each banana, it's nowhere near financially justifiable. You're not making or saving any money off of the peeling of the banana. It's gross. But thank you, Biden's economy. That's where we're at. I really wanted to do a video of it, and now the TikTok video does not seem to be around, I guess. TikTok sucks. All right. Well, at any
Cheer
rate.
100.
Thank you, Well Salty. Another 100 bits. That's super awesome. Thank you for the support. We appreciate that. It's how we keep going on this little program. We'll throw a little burn at you for that. Thank you so much. It's so viral they took it off the internet. Yeah, I'm just not looking for it. You want me to go get it? All right, fine. It's 8 seconds. That's why I didn't try. We got the premise. It wasn't a big story, but all right, I get you. Okay. Oh, hold on. Man, bananas to save money.
Cheer 100.
Oh, so this is a whole fucking news story on it. But you know what? Fuck it. We're going in.
Inflation and trying to save money, Caleb, talk to me. How can I save money on my fruit at Woolies?
If you believe this, but I just cannot get over this. This fella has come up with an ingenious way to pay less for his fruit and vegetables.
Really, it's ingenious. I mean, who wouldn't go to a grocery mart and start peeling the bananas like a pack of wild?
You got to see it for yourself.
How my frugal boyfriend saves money on his bananas.
Yeah, he's doing it one banana at a time. Again, you are not saving any fucking money at all. You are not saving a dime, sir. It's one banana. They just wanted a black banana in their life. Wait a minute, what? I'm doing it just to be a goof. I mean, you know, once is funny. They did this for the internet, whatever. If you're making banana bread, maybe, but even then, just... How much money are you legit saving on that banana? How much money are you saving? You know what? Actually, I'm being a dick. F me. F me and the A. This guy has the right idea. He's at the self-checkout. He should be saving any way he can because, quite frankly, he's doing free labor. It seems wrong.
He's taking the skin off the bananas so it weighs less. I mean,
Why is this earth-shattering to you? I'm sorry, Australia. You shouldn't be... Like, I get it. I was a little passionate about it from the point of view of being like, this is gross. This is just gross. But he's taking the skin off the banana. When I eat a banana, I just... I don't... Yes. He took the skin off the banana so it would weigh less. He did not take the skin off the banana because he hates all things yellow. I guess I'm guilty. I've cut the stems off broccoli crowns with my pocket knife when they were really large in comparison to the crown and were $4.99. Rusty grammar. Not only do I think that is a goddamn good idea, I'm stealing that for myself. Okay? because I love broccoli, all right? But it is getting expensive out there, and you've got to do what you can to save money. And sometimes I'm like, am I paying? I don't eat the stem, okay? I take the florets off the crown. That's the thing I eat. The rest of it is rabbit food. I do not want to... God damn it. That is a good idea. And I have a... I wish I could show it on stream, but I'd probably get in trouble. I have an amazing pocket knife. It would be fun to just like be in the store and be like whip and then all righty, there we go. I don't understand the people that shuck the corn husks in the store. They charge by the ear, not weight. Have you? You're not. That can't be real. All right, Rusty, challenge video. I wanna see some of these degenerates. I don't fucking. You can't be telling me that's a real thing. That people are actually shucking the corn in the store. I have a proud. Well, not proud. I have a well-admitted. That's what we'll go with. A well-admitted history of being a piece of white trash. But holy Jesus. That's a new low. All right, anyways, is there more to this or just you guys baffled by the act of I guess, shucking a banana?
Genius. What I want to know now is, can I go into the supermarket with my potato peeler and take the peel off the potato before I do? Can I do it to the carrots? Like, where does this end?
Does it work with citrus? You could peel even apples if you don't like the skin. I think this is jolly genius. I'm not...
It's not jolly genius. It's... I have to move this forward a second.
Paying for what I'm not going to eat, and we all know that you can free...
You don't pause well, ma'am. Holy Jesus, Wilmer. See a doctor. Thank you for the 20 bits. I'm not paying for what you're not going to eat. All right, I get that to an extent. But at a certain point, how hard are you pinching them pennies? You're telling me you want to skin an apple or a carrot? You know the reason you don't eat the skin on the carrot is because it's covered with dirt and other things that you don't want to risk, like pesticides or whatever. But, thank you, Thorne, for the 250 for chiming into the show. I'm not paying for what I'm not going to eat. Really? You don't eat the apple skin? You realize you don't have to skin the apple. Like, I get it. There's a certain extent of, like, I'm paying for all these oranges.
It's not my bag. That's not a bag. That's my fucking coochie that's hanging out.
They can grow banana trees in that penal. Can they grow banana trees in that penal colony? Well, Salty, I have no idea, but I would imagine technically yes. There's a diverse range of climates on that continent. I imagine some part of it might be able to do that, I guess. That is something my dad always did when I was a kid, was growing banana trees. They never lived because Minnesota is not a banana tree climate, and between dogs and cats and things, really easy to kill a banana tree. But oh my God, did he try to, like, we're going to grow it indoors and someday we'll have our own bananas. It's like, oh, you stupid person. They should go on that keto and eat the kangaroos and the koala bears. I don't think they have as many of those left now, though. Didn't they lose a bunch of those because of, like, forest fires and shit? All right, so, yeah, viral video showing a man very, very committed to saving a penny. It's just, I imagine as well Salty or somebody point out, they're gonna jump in. Happy Pride Month. Let's roll, says Atomic Ray. Pride Month is over, man, but thank you. And where is that thing? And I'm not doing anything. Don't worry about me. And what I pay no attention to the man behind the curtain who's totally blowing stuff up right now because he realized something that he wants to deal with before anybody Come on.
Look, level
Oh,
up.
God damn it. I fucking... It won't let me in the damn app. I'm going to have to fucking close this extension, aren't I? Open the dashboard. Oh. Where is it? Is it? There we go. I have to find my alerts. Oh, don't do it, man. Don't do it. I'm taking it goddamn down. It was for a month and now it's over. Where the fuck is it? This is why it does not pay to be lazy. I'm going to say that right now. This whole show is hitting the fucking rails because I didn't take a time to be like, you know what we should do? Fix that stupid bit we did. And all right. And let's where's the how do I take this thing off? No, I don't want to do that. I want to remove it. Remove. Yes. Woohoo! I hear koalas are mostly drunk all the time because the eucalyptus ferments before it can be digested, and it's all they eat. So not so much slow as always drunk. I don't know about drunk, but there is something about the eucalyptus leaves get them fucked up. Oh, you don't celebrate White Pride Month. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't know there was a White Pride Month. I feel like most people, myself included, think White Pride Month is just the year. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's just I've never felt the need to have a month. Because, I mean, white is such a blasé term. I mean, you like, I'm Polish, Lithuanian, and various pieces of Eastern European, some Irish, I think, in there. 1% Japanese, and I'm hanging on to that for dear life. Jesse Lee Peterson gave up White Pride Month. Okay. I didn't know that. I was unaware, so I would not say I observe White Pride Month. I certainly don't have a commercialism pander drop for White Pride Month, and I wouldn't expect one anytime soon. Yeah, that's what. Let's make that. See how fast the channel gets shut down. Can we try that one? I don't know. Oh, I'd love to try the Leave Me Alone and Stop Getting in Others Business Month. Yeah, that'd be great. Tim Bulliard, what's up, Johnny? Hope you had a great 4th. I'm still at the beach, but thought I'd check in. Well, thank you for checking in. We're doing awesome. It's a fun show. We're having a great time. Thank you for being part of it. Good to hear from you, Tim.
Seems fine to me. Yeah. Exactly right.
I don't remember. Yeah, that's not this. All right. No, this is the man peeling banana story. We did the man peeling banana. All right. So, Jesus, you're a dick. Stop playing the ad. Why do you have a pause button that doesn't work? Explain that one. All righty. So, up and again, because, you know, we have to give you headlines that aren't related to the story you're talking about. White Pride Month is July. Actually, I mean, technically, if you want to believe what certain people say, yeah, I guess so. I thought I was just celebrating the 4th.
I mean, I love him like a brother. He's awesome.
What the fuck is this? This is, again, Fox, I am getting legit pissed off here. I can't get this story anywhere else on this. It's a written thing. I just want to read it. Just stop. Stop it. Dick. Jesse is a black man, too. I mean, I was aware, but thank you, Welsh Salty. Jesse Lee Peterson, person of color. But under the robe, you just can't tell. All right. So, as I was saying, there's been a lot of talk lately with people getting accosted on subways and people having to deal with difficult situations on subways. A lot of people saying gun violence, no white pride on Twitch. What? This is a diverse show that follows all PC norms, no white pride on Twitch. Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much. Again, I've as a white person, I feel like I've never felt like we should be proud for all being white. There's a couple of reasons why. One, there's a lot of white pieces of shit. All right, let's be honest. White pride. Have you seen some of the pieces of shit we've put out? I mean, hell, I'm from Polish Lithuanian people. All right, Polish Lithuanian people, my ancestors, are the quintessential fucking country bumpkins of the Eastern European world. Polish people are easily misled. All you need to do is put them literally on a carousel and tell them to walk in a straight line. Yeah, plenty of white. Oh, Kane. I'm just saying. I'm saying pieces of shit come in all shades. And as a white person, I've never felt like I need to have pride in my skin tone. One, because I burn so easily. How can you be a person who's proud to be white? You have to avoid the sunlight like a goddamn vampire. It's just, oh, I'm so proud to be white. If I'm outside too long without SPF 50, I'm gonna be sore in the morning because the sunlight was on me. Alrighty. Anyways, so as I was saying, this story isn't funny, but I find it funny just because, again, people always talk about, oh, well, you know, in other parts of the world, they don't need to have guns. Other parts of the world, they've got freedom and they don't have these problems. Right. Tell that to France. And also tell that to the passenger who stabs himself to death in the middle of a London subway station. British Transport Police said a man died after sustaining serious self-inflicted injuries at Sloane Square Station in London. What did he have on the Clintons? I mean, honestly, you can't take that one outside. Like, why would you go to the middle of the station? If you need something to brighten your day, I got your moonshine. Atomic Ray? Are we talking about that sweet, sweet moonshine we had last year? Because that shit is amazing. Amazing. Oh, my God. I can't wait till that's back in my life. Holy Jesus. I'm going to clear my weekend. Actually, I can't. I'm making bread this weekend. Like a douche. I got to prove somebody wrong. Anyways, so British Transport Police are investigating a subway passenger who stabbed himself to death in front of other commuters at a Sloane Square station in central London. British Transport Police responded to the scene at 10:26 a.m. local time after receiving reports that the man had sustained serious self-inflicted injuries. Paramedics also attended, however, despite their best efforts. The man has been pronounced dead at the scene. And the Independent reported that a knife was involved in the incident. Yeah, no, I'd hate to think he stabbed himself to like death with a dildo or a spoon. Why a spoon, cousin? Why not an axe or a fork? 'Cause it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more. Only if they had guns, someone could have stopped him. I don't think guns would have saved them. I'm just saying, again, if someone wants to hurt themselves or other people, you're going to find a way. I mean, oh, yeah, you definitely want to keep your face covered. Oh, wow. I love when there's clickbait on the screen, and I see a picture of a man sitting in a chair, obviously being detained in some sort of court, and it says, "Man responsible for attack on German schoolgirls sentenced to life in prison." And it literally, the guy just holding the thing over the face does not want that picture getting out. Anyways, so witnesses took to social media, said the station had closed, and there was a police presence and an ambulance on the scene. One Twitter user reported that people were running out of the station in a panic. The user claimed his partner got anxious and sought refuge at the nearby shops. New guy's in the corner puking his guts out. Oh my God. Where's
He's gotta puke! He's gotta puke!
Send off a little freedom seeds. I hope you're not talking about bullets, because again, for that whole thing where I was like, remember how people advocate without guns? That's the get off my side part of that argument. Like, yeah, brother, they're freedom seeds. I'm growing freedom. Boom, boom, boom. You're free to never wake up again. Boom, boom, boom. Oh. I'm watering democracy with freedom seeds. Freedom seeds sounds like something we'd call sunflower seeds if there was some reason like sunflower seeds was now not patriotic enough. What are you chewing on? Sunflower seeds? Oh, go your mother. I'm chewing on freedom seeds. I'm not gonna take no shit. Diverse people and their seeds. Need I say more? It's just a fun day today, man. Woo. All right. So, now she's afraid of using the tube on her way home later. Can you tell us what happened at this incident? The user tweeted at Transport for London and the city's transportation authority. A shocked witness described a very distressing scene with lots of blood on the platform to the Independent. All right, the witness only identified as Jake said he was commuting to a job interview on the southbound district line when he went past the scene around 10 minutes after the incident. There was lots of blood on the platform and what looked like gauze that had been used to try and stop the bleeding, he told the outlet. It was rather shocking, and I could see other passengers were shocked too by the scene, as no one had told us what had happened. Authorities around midday said Sloane Square Station had been reopened after temporarily closing due to the incident. Right, but who was the person? Man's family, emergency responders. We don't know who or why. I would like a couple pieces of information. This is not really a typical thing, so why who is the guy? I'd like to know, who did we lose and why did they go? What's the reason? Alrighty. Yes, I'm totally doing that. Alrighty, here we go. This story is one that I'm actually kind of excited to read. Greta Thunberg has been charged with disobeying police order at a climate protest. And for those of you who don't know, that is her shtick now. R.I.P. Twitch. What? R.I.P. Twitch? What do you mean R.I.P. Twitch? R.I.P. Twitch for what? Why do you say R.I.P. Twitch? Bitrate, everything looks good. Nothing. No idea why we're on that one. Anyways, as I was saying, Greta Thunberg has been charged with disobeying police order at a climate protest. She usually does this stuff, and from what I've been learning more and more reports are like she shows up to get arrested, like it's all a publicity stunt, and then once it's done, it's like haha with the cops and walk off. Like she's not that much of a true believer from what I've heard. However, let's see what this story says. Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg has been charged with disobeying a police order to leave a climate protest in the southern city of Malmo on June 19th, according to Daily. I can't even read that. That's not a word. Those are just letters. That is what happens when you pass out on your keyboard. That is what that is. On the day of the incident, Thunberg wrote in an Instagram post that protesters had blocked the road. The climate crisis is already a matter of life and death for countless people. We choose not to be bystanders. Instead, physically stop the fossil fuel infrastructure. We are reclaiming the future, she said. Yes, and you're tweeting it on Instagram. I love how you hate the first world that you're using to push your message off. It's in moonshine. I have no idea. Alrighty. So, alright. If convicted of disobeying the police order, Thunberg can be handed a fine or up to 6 months in prison. God, I'd like to hear she has to do 6 months in prison. I'd like to hear her have a consequence for. It's really easy to spout ideas when you don't have a plan. And you know what? I'm going to obstruct things. I'm going to oppose stuff. I don't have an idea of what we can do besides that. Alrighty. The Swedish Central Prosecutor's Press Office could not immediately confirm the report when contacted for comment. Thunberg's representatives could not be reached. Yeah. You have the freedom to demonstrate, but you must not demonstrate in such a way that it causes disturbance to others, Prosecutor Charlotte Ottensen said, according to, again, the weirdest fucking name I can't. Satisvensken? Satisvensken. Yeah, Thunberg needs a shot and just sit down and watch the shit show, not try to save it, says Atomic Rain. Well, the best part is, do we have any proof that she practices what she preaches? Does she live a off-the-grid, no electricity? Because, by the way, your fossil fuels are what power the world you're living in that allows you to have Instagram. Again, you can't have Instagram and do all your Star-Spangled Awesomeness stuff without fossil fuels. You can't travel all over the place to spread your do-gooder message without the fossil fuels that you use to fly. Much like the thing she did when she was a kid, where she made a point by taking a boat to get where she needed to be for something. Everyone following her using fossil fuels, and the boats around her to make sure she had supplies and stuff if something went wrong. Fossil fuels. Again, everybody covering for her ass, and it's like, oh, great. She predicted we'd be dead last month. Yeah, and it's amazing how she's predicted a couple of things like that, and those predictions disappear real fucking quick. It's awfully interesting how quick those predictions disappear. As soon as we get just a little bit of truth or just a little bit over our skis on something, and just all of a sudden, oh nope, gotta hold that one off. Isn't that like yelling fire in a theater? For what? Predicting we'd be dead and not... I mean, it kind of is, but like I said, she'll deny she did it. She took the post down. But that's every doomsdayer, man. Back before 2000. Oh, 2000 was going to be the end. Oh, the computers they're not going to be able to handle Y2K. Oh, the devil's going to rise. Religion was all a fucking love with the whole 666 is upside down and backwards as numbers appear in hell is 999. Wasn't there a really interesting movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger about that too? It's just they always yell, as Ignat says, they always yell fire in the theater, but when the theater doesn't burn down, somehow their prediction of fire is still right. It's just not here yet. All right, so this next story is up. I'm going to play this from a video clip we have here. If you haven't heard, there was a certain, let's say, to-do over the weekend, or not weekend, over the holiday weekend in Philadelphia. There was a very, very not awesome thing where at a block party, for so far as I know, reasons yet undetermined, someone decided to fire off into the crowd. Now, it's a block party in Philadelphia, and you might think, oh, this person's a horrible, horrible piece of shit. And you'd be right. This person is a horrible piece of shit. They should be condemned. They should be burned. I have a feeling we won't be talking about this much after like a couple days, if that. You can figure out why for yourself, I'm sure. Take it away. Good Day, Philadelphia.
Unfortunately, that is just causing havoc all throughout our community. We had 7 people shot, and many of them were children. 5 people have died. The suspect was, roaming the streets out there. We had a 2-year-old, a 13-year-old shot, a 16-year-old, Steve Keeley, who's covering this story.
Holy Jesus, Steve Keeley. Did you get called in from vacation? Am I looking at like the Incredible Hulk, like when he's not wearing...
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Cheers beer mugs.
Dear Butch, tier 1 subscription, 21 months, itchingly, ball-ticklingly close to 2 years. I'm honored. Thank you so much. Cheers. So as I was saying, really, really ripped Willem Dafoe here. Steve, could you look any more disinterested in this story? Like, I get it. It's kind of a bummer. We're talking about people in our community who have been harmed. But, Jesus Christ, Steve.
The suspect was, roaming the streets out there. We had a 2-year-old, a 13-year-old shot, a 16-year-old, Steve Keeley, who's covering this story.
Yeah, all the people that were killed, all 5, they could be adult males. The youngest could be 16, but right now police haven't even identified him yet.
And Steve, I get that it's warm. Could you have toweled off a little bit before? Steve is glistening. Oh, Steve. Oh, tickle me with a feather, why don't you? Is it humid in here? Is it just Steve? Oh, boy.
And they just estimate that he could be as young as 16, but also as old as 21. And always said when it's a John Doe in the police reports initially, because, you know, some families out there watching this headline and finding out about a shooting, then trying to reach their son or their brother and not being able to reach him, and then worried sick till they come here to the medical examiner's office to make a positive identification. That's how sad this one is. So here is the latest scene where a father knew about this shooting, couldn't reach his son, and couldn't get to his son's house because it was within the crime scene. He gets inside the house after midnight, sees bullet shells on the enclosed porch, sees more bullet shells around his son's body on the living room floor, and his son is pronounced dead at 12:34, becoming the 5th fatal victim of the shooter. The rifle shells on...
This is not the thing. All right, so the Philadelphia, I guess we'll just read the headline. Spoiler alert, we're doing it. The Philadelphia suspect that's been arrested for this is a BLM, fucking Jesus, Johnny, a BLM activist who wore women's clothes, according to sources. The rifle-wielding suspect, who donned a bulletproof vest before allegedly shooting 5 people and injuring countless others in Philadelphia, has been identified as a Black Lives Matter supporter who shared gun-toting memes on social media. Kim Brady Carricker, 40, was nabbed shortly after the bloodshed in the city's King's Guessing neighborhood Monday night. The Philadelphia Inquirer reported. Yeah, so there we go. There's our suspect. I wonder if we're gonna be hearing about this person day in, day out, for the next couple weeks. I'm sure we'll follow this one all the way to trial, like we did with what's his nut, the kid who got a little over his skis. That I'm sure we're gonna do that like we did with all the others. This guy or girl, however they identify, I'm sure this person is gonna be totally all over the place about this. On his Facebook page, they posted 2 pictures of themselves wearing a bra 3 months before the alleged shooting. He also regularly posts about supporting Black Lives Matter, including supporting workers who protested in the strike for Black Lives in July of 2020. Yeah, but I mean, a person of color supporting Black Lives Matter, that's not really that unheard of. Police said the 40-year-old male suspect was armed with a rifle, pistol, extra magazines, a police scanner, a bulletproof vest. I mean, sweet Jesus. When they shot 4 people in the street and then chased and shot a 5th inside a home. I don't even want to read the other people, including a 2-year-old wounded in the legs. The gunman fired at police as they chased him for several blocks before eventually surrendering in an alley. Oh, when you got cornered in an alley, you surrendered. That's nice. You're all willing to open fire when there's plenty innocent people to hit and get it. Also described himself as a computer engineer and showed an interest in guns, posting pictures and memes of people with firearms. One image featured a person holding a pistol with the caption, "Wherefore art thou opposition, so I may slide upon thine block and runneth down on thee." Oh, great. So, just a charming citizen. So brave, so strong. Yeah, so brave, so strong. So apparently unhinged. Again, this is where you got to be like, hey, get off my side if that person's on your side. But we'll see. Anyways, so there's that one. We're done with our first hour stories. Right on time. Nice. Moving through these very, very well. That is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you all very much. We have a show going till 5:30. Again, we're we're pretty much funded throughout this week, so we're going to just kind of call that. And we'll start adding up everything that we make from here on out towards next week. So thank you very much. I should drop the audio, though, so please don't do any sound drops, bits, or subs, or any of that while we pull up our second hour stories. The second hour is going to be a little bit more fun. We're going to open up with talk here on Rumble is that the Meds is doing this. Maybe the Meds to make. I'll say this. If you mess with your body's chemistry, there's any number of things that can happen. I've experienced that firsthand. I'm not ashamed to admit I've menstruated. No, but yeah, if you're taking stuff that messes with your body's chemistry, whether it's because it's antidepressants or from a surgery or whatever, you always have to be a little. You're always going to find somebody that it maybe makes them a little squirrely. I mean, that could be an argument. It could be an argument. It could be something we could look into, maybe, at the very least. I don't know. Sounds like a theory. Certainly not one we could disprove with science. All right, so Trump said something recently that kind of got him in a little bit of a tizzy. The only problem is the thing he said was back in 2016, and now it's coming back to bite him. But I have mixed thoughts on that because it's again featuring Trump. So we'll get to this in a second. But the left is very, very excited to call out
upwards of a.
I knew it. Got it. So the left is very, very quick to go, oh, look, this is something Trump said. This is something Trump did. Woo, 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 woo. Now, I hate giving them any sort of a victory on this because of it's very, very, very blatant. The pander is strong with this one. Johnny 1, Internet 0. What? Yeah. Then don't you forget it. God damn it. Cheers. Anyways, so nope, you look like you're staying stable. We'll see if you start sliding down over time. Yeah, the all the people that predicted the end of the world because of the Mayan calendar in 2012. Yeah, we've had let's see, in my lifetime the world was supposed to end in 2000 and then 2001. Because computer stuff, Y2K, there was a whole, I don't know. And then 2001 was supposed to be the aliens or something like that, I think, on something. Then, yeah, we had 2012. Honestly, after 2020, I'm like, who cares? We're always going to have a reason why this is the number where it was all over and we knew. And here's why I don't want any of that to be true. You mean we've had an end date on this little experiment for quite a while now. We've known when it'll all end. And we've never bothered even once to prepare for it, avoid it, offset it, move to Mars. Nothing. We're going to wait till a year or two before it's all going to burn down on Tuesday. Could have used that information a month back. We would have, I don't know, stocked up on fire extinguishers. Just saying. Anyway, as I was saying, grabbing my leg because I am a lovely disabled person. The Trump thing is funny because of the way it frames a lot of politics. You know, a lot of pointing your finger at someone going, but they did this thing. And so, and then it comes back to you. Now, I would also like to say, as we say this, CNN might want to take note of this because, again, the stuff they're going at for Trump I feel like we could just as easily be like, well, we are very well aware that Biden mishandled some documents. There's some awfully interesting things coming out of the Biden side of stuff. I wonder what else we could look into. By the way, we got a fun story about that in a little bit, and we'll get to that in a while. Anyways, here we go. Take it away, the cable news nitwits.
Effectively, as president, if you're under federal indictment for mishandling classified.
Greetings and salutations, Johnny, says Taste Fairy. Well, greetings to you too, Taste Fairy. I'm doing good. Welcome to the show.
Serve effectively as president if you're under federal indictment for mishandling classified information. Donald Trump said that 6 years ago in 2016, and now he, of course, finds himself under federal indictment for allegedly mishandling classified information. And Donald Trump didn't just say this once. He said there's upwards of a half dozen times at the end of that 2016 presidential campaign after James Comey reopened that investigation into Hillary Clinton's private email server. Now, Trump did say this numerous times, saying there would be a possible constitutional crisis if Hillary Clinton were to be elected president. Take a listen to just a few of those clips that we found.
We could very well have a sitting president under felony indictment and ultimately a criminal trial.
This is where MAGA and everybody, because again, lock her up, criminal Hillary. Brr. It's a bad look, okay? It's a bad look. I'm sure we're going to bail out, but it's a bad look. Michaela, hi, Johnny. Hope your weekend was good. Weekend was awesome. Had a great time. Told the story about taking the daughter to the ice cream shop. Cliff notes, she got way too excited. Had a great time, and I am excited to do it again.
It would grind government to a halt. If she were to win, it would create an unprecedented constitutional crisis that would cripple the operations of our government. She is likely to be under investigation for many years, and also it will probably end up, in my opinion, in a criminal trial. I mean, you take a look. Who knows?
Now, these are two different situations. I have one thing that I have a theory about right now. I don't see this and think, oh, that looks bad for Trump. I see this and I think, is that when they decided that's when one of the things they'd try to hang him on if they couldn't get him out any other way? Because this seems weird, man. Like, he did say this. This is stuff he said, and his his supporters and stuff were right there with him. I would like to hear what he says in response to this. But I will say again, this is a little bit of a different situation here. And I hate to be making that argument. But Trump's document thing is way different than Hillary's email thing. And again, if we're going to be on that page, like, oh, well then when can we start impeaching, or when can we get indictments going on Biden? Because I think Biden needs to be indicted for his documents. I know Biden needs to be indicted for all of the Ukraine stuff. We got a fun thing coming about that later. So I mean, when can we get that? Because I'd like to, if we're gonna put Trump under federal indictment as an argument that he shouldn't be able to run for or be elected president, I feel like the other guy that's in office right now, guilty of the same, if not worse crimes, should be, I don't know, held to the same judicial. All right.
But it certainly looks that way.
So we did reach out to the Trump campaign, to his representatives, to ask about those old quotes, how he squares that with today, but we didn't hear back from them.
Of course you didn't. And you're smiling awfully wide.
All right, we do have some breaking news. Lab tests just...
So, we reached out to the Trump campaign, obviously, and we have not heard back from them. Right. Look, Fred Savage wannabe. you again, you realize the guy in office right now is guilty of the exact same crimes. The difference here is if Trump were saying this about Hillary while he had just as many, if not more, private servers with just as many, or if not more, emails in again, the person that is being brought up on charges is being brought up on charges by his opposition. Is someone missing a bag of cocaine, says Master Meatball? Oh, no. The plot thickens. Hunter, where have you been? What would you call him? Hunter Poppy Seed? You know, Johnny Appleseed, Hunter Poppy Seed. He just, he goes, you know, across the land from state to state, making everyone feel really great. Ignat saying, Hunter's starting a program selling My Kilo 2.0. Atomic Ray pointing out, I am an idiot. Hunter does crack, not cocaine. Well, we actually have a little bit on that story in a little while. So we will get through this before we get to that. We're getting behind Hunter under a Master Meatball. That's one that I don't know about. This is why I don't look too deeply into this shit. Just the stuff that is washing on my shores right now in terms of information is driving me nuts. I am hating myself for the things that I know right now. That it's just, good God, no. And like I said, that's the thing with the CNN. Oh, Trump said this thing about Hillary. Yeah, the difference was Trump wasn't part of the organization that was actively pursuing Hillary in an investigation when he's like, hey, you know, if she's elected president, then this is that and the other. Whereas, again, in this case, I hate to point this out, your president is, it seems like, it seems like the acting president might be attempting to cripple his best possible opponent because he is a giant fuck up, and possible sellout of the. Oof. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna get myself banned to Rumble, and I don't have the kind of pull that Aaron does. I'll be fucked. Oh man, I wish I had that kind of freedom on YouTube and Twitch. We could just be like, hey, I'm a guy spewing thoughts because I have them. They don't mean nothing. Mikey Two Milks saying, Master Meatball, too soon? ? Same here. Good one. Mikey Two Milks jumping in. Hey, Mikey, how's it going? Hope to see you at the anniversary show. Hoping to be putting on a decent showing of myself at the anniversary show. We'll see. I heard it's a sedative Easter egg. I can't even read that because, like, it's a joke. Thanks, but Just move now and beat the trend, Johnny. R.I.P. Twitch. Atomic Ray. I am all for moving.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Johnny, my Johnny.
Thank you, Labglass. It was like an Captain, my Captain reference. Oh, Johnny, my Johnny. Ring the cowbell for me. Well, here you go. Here's your cowbell. So thank you very, very much. As for moving over Atomic Ray, for me, it's I have a very low budget, lightly funded show, and I don't know. I don't handle anyone else's financials, so I'm not talking about anyone when I'm saying this. I've taken a hit so much with loss of work and things that, like, I have got to keep this thing above water, or I am in serious trouble of not being able to pay enough bills. And then, and then that's the they don't give you more money when you get more disabled, and when you make more money because your disabilities aren't affecting you as much. Oh boy, do they love to take that back. It's strange how that works. But I suppose that wouldn't be fair. Like, then it's like, hey, man, what happened? Like, oh, my disability got a promotion. I lost a limb to diabetes. It's a really fucking weird game. I'd love to see the people that play it, though. That'd be fun. Like, dude, what are you eating all that pure sugar for? If I get diabetes and I get disability, I'll get more money if I lose a limb. My left foot's my ugly foot anyway. Fuck it. All right. Anyways. Sorry, I have no idea why that happened. I apologize. Anyways, what's the Venmo link? I can't get bits on mobile, says Rusty Grammar. You know what? That's right. We haven't pitched that lately. We haven't pitched a tent. I need to stop using that drop. It's getting annoying to me now. That's a good thing. All right. Here is Control V. Boop. Here's the Venmo, the PayPal, and the Streamlabs. If you want to contribute to the show, we appreciate it. Like I said, everything that we're getting this week is we're starting off for next week's goals. We have a $50 a day goal for this show, and that's that. And so we'll start adding it all up to next week, and then taking Okay, Ben Shapiro just looks weird lately. Just weird. I'm catching a thumbnail of Ben Shapiro and fucking freaking me out. That guy's not real. You can all stay on that channel if you want to, but I am leaving. I am leaving. Good God. Carrot Top, and it's gone. What? Oh. Anyways, so Carrot Top is trying to link himself to that whole airplane mess now. He's like, hey, I made it on my flight. And I guess he's just kind of low-key. I watched the video. It's completely boring and not worth playing. But he just kind of low-key references that he was on the flight. And then just like, yeah, it's good to be here. And do. And I'm like, okay. So nobody cares. Nobody cares. Alrighty, so
Fireworks and parades are just some of the festivities taking place throughout Independence Day.
Anyways, which one is this? The Declaration of Independence was written by enslavers and didn't recognize black people as human. Today is a great day to demand reparations now. Oh, Cory Bush. Okay. Demand reparations now. Right. So what? We just take that out of like taxpayer money. So you guys all pay into your reparations as well then, right? Or are you somehow exempt from paying into the reparations? How do we file the exempt status? Because then my grandmother's side that came over after World War II, or not World War II, Jesus, Johnny, get your math right. My grandma's side that came over after World War I don't have a clue about the moms. I'll be honest, because my mom is adopted, she could have owned slaves. She could have, in her ancestral line, been descendants of slave owners. I have no idea. I don't think so. I don't feel like a family of ingrown wealth puts kids up for adoption. But then, holy Jesus, why? Oh, it's a Fox thing, you dicks. Anyways. So, Liberals from Cory Bush to Ben and Jerry's attack U.S. on the 4th of July, talking about it's a stolen land, and people who celebrate are gleeful white supremacists. But again, I was actually getting through this just to Americans' false belief that this country has been on a steady progression toward granting equal rights to all since its founding is exactly what inspires complacency in this hour as the Supreme Court replaces the Constitution with themselves. Bree, the Supreme Court just upholds the Constitution. So replacing the Constitution with themselves are the people who want to, institute the DEI stuff. Look, I'm tired of playing the game. All right, can you stop blaming them for doing the thing you're doing? She also attacked those waving the American flag as white supremacists. It's starting to piss me off a little. On the 4th of July in particular. The idea that now, if you have any pride in this nation, unless you're screaming that black people need reparations, and I guess what, we all just pay. Where does the money come from? Again, awesome how we're supposed to just do this out of our ass, but you don't have an answer as to how. All right, where am I back on here? I'm sorry, but anyone happily waving American flags right now is either a gleeful white supremacist or is gleefully uninformed. I feel like you're gleefully uninformed. I feel like your ability to post this shit on Twitter is because of the people that are proudly waving that flag, because that's the reason you have the ability to do that shit. Because if you were to be speaking out against the British government in this way, you wouldn't be allowed to speak. White Pride Month celebration will help you, Johnny. It's coming. Only way to make people happy. Toastmasters saying all white people have excessive generational wealth and need to share it. Didn't you know? No, they don't. And that's the big myth I think we need to dispel. Here, I'll give you my voice crack. I'll give you my own personal family history. My family, and again, just speaking from my father's side, because mother adopted, no idea. My family on my father's side, they came over after World War I. Her grandmother, my dad's, my dad's, was it grandmother? No, my dad's grandmother, my grandmother's mother. All right, so my dad's grandmother came over, started having kids, family and stuff. World War II happens. My grandfather served in the Army. At that time, the Army Air Corps, because I don't think, was the Air Force a thing in World War II? Maybe it was. At any rate, he was an airplane mechanic in World War II. And then he came back. He had, I think, either a degree in engineering or something like that. I don't remember. But at any rate, he had a nice little house. He built up a nice little nest egg for himself, whatever. Passed a little something on to my dad. Let's move on to my dad now. My dad, all of that up, all right? The house, everything, all on the East Coast, all that's gone, all of it. Then he moves to the Midwest, pops out 5 kids, continues fumbling along. Spoiler alert, man is not very well off. And I grew up in poverty. So if you want to tell me that I owe anything for slavery, excuse me? I've been white trash my entire life. The only thing I haven't had to worry about is that the police are gonna just up and shoot me. That's the only one. And I don't know how real that threat is. I don't experience it. So I'll admit that. I'll admit that there's a certain amount of like, oh, I'm sure the cop won't just up and shoot me. That has to be what they think, though. Says Toastmaster. No, I absolutely believe that that's what people just assume generation. Twitch is getting greedy. Yeah, Atomic Ray. Twitch is getting greedy, and that's why I'm providing avenues other than Twitch. If people want to use those avenues, we say thank you, and all of that again all goes the same place. And I don't know if I'm supposed to read names or not, but I'll say thank you for the for the $10. So thank you. You can fucking little tiny ass gnat fly. Thank you for the put that on. Dick bag. All right. Anyway, so as I was saying, this whole Bezos doesn't need another rocket vacation. Chevrolet JB saying the Rumble CEO is live and giving away money. Hey, man, if I thought it would help, I would change the title of the show. If he wants to pop over here and throw this poor cripple a couple bucks, hey, I'm more than happy for that, man. I am here for that. I can't say it'll make the show any better, but I will say if he's giving $10K away again, if he's like, hey, I'm going to jump into this poor little guy, like, oh, here's this crippled guy going, oh, my life sucks, woe is me, here's $10K, like, oh, well, guess who's, hey. I might even get laid. I could afford to pay for it at that point. No, what? It's coming only way out to make people happy. I have no idea what you're talking about. No, you mean no. Alrighty. Let's flip this thing over here and go to live chat. That was, I will say before we get back to our stories, that was something I read the other time, 24-hour overtime stream. If he came in here and he's like, hey, man, you're doing fun things or whatever, what I feel bad for you because I'm a cripple. Honestly, I'll take the pity. I will at this point. That's like problem-solving money for me. Like, and not insurmountable problems. They are problems I'm solving on my own, but they are problems then solved, which allows me to solve other problems. Like, life doesn't stop or immediately like, oh, everything's great. No. Life will be about the same. The problem or the difference is the hurdles before I'm in a great place are now chopped down a few, and that'd be beautiful. What is the Rumble's CEO's name? Rumble. Okay, Atomic Citizen. Or Atomic Ray. I apologize. It's not Atomic Citizen. I'm getting sidetracked on this. I gotta get back into this thing here that I was talking about. The Declaration of Independence was written by enslavers and didn't recognize black people as human. Today is a great day to demand reparations. Now, it didn't I hate this. It didn't recognize black people as human. It kind of didn't recognize anyone who wasn't a landowner as human. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, lady, but there were plenty of people, and I mean plenty of people, who didn't own land. Like, at all. And white landowners were the people who really had sway and had say. Because, again, they also had money. And so that's kind of how that whole thing goes. But this whole, it didn't recognize black. Yeah, they also didn't think too highly of the Irish. The Italians, just barely. Just barely. By a smidge. Because if the Italians, the only reason they got a boot up because they weren't Irish. Ask in one hand and shit in the other. See which fills up first, says Toastmaster. Well, that's the problem, Toastmaster. We've got too many people that, Yes, I do rumble rant at Chevy JB. Oh, might get him in there. Oh. My ass got booted from Twitch. Oh, I'm sorry, Atomic Ray. I do not have that problem. I'll say this about Twitch. Twitch is awesome for the interaction. I don't get to have interaction anywhere like I do on Twitch, but I don't trust that Twitch is going to always be here for me. Johnny has white privilege. He has a river in his backyard that runs under a beautiful back porch area where he podcasts. That's right. This is totally real. The back, I can reach back and I can touch. I can almost. I can't. can't get the. I just barely reached the. Waiting for that OnlyFans stream. Hey, if I thought it'd make money, man, I'd post feet pics all day. Hashtag Hobbit feet. You know what I mean? I don't mean to brag, but they're big and they're bushy. I got some Hobbit feet. Motherfucker, you a Hobbit? Anyways. I think the PayPal gimmick worked. Venmo wanted the last 4 digits of your phone, and I only know the call-in number, Jack. Well, Streamlabs and PayPal are available. And yep, I'm guessing that's the I'm guessing you are the 1488. Thank you very much for that. Puts us at a good... halfway through Monday and just fun. The way we all get to have fun with games and numbers. Fun. It's fun. Prank caller. All right, so again... Cori Bush and everyone else, the Independence Declaration of Independence was written by enslavers. It was written by slave owners. Cori, the enslavers were people in... Look, I'm going to give you a piece of history just from our nation. A lot of people say, "Hi, how could you do such horrible things to the Native American tribes?" It's like, they sold us the land, and they wanted to murder each other. They wanted our guns. Guess what they decided? They'd give us the land so they could murder each other with the guns. Kind of how, you know what? I like my show. Let's just move on. Cori Bush is dumb. All right, so we're going to do a local thing here just to catch up on it quick. Southern Crossbones, I think you would get more money if you had the Jake Hudson background that shows where the rats ate through his ceiling. Nope. Happy with the one I have. What's up with the caps? Yeah, that's another thing I'm always asking. Why is it always in caps? Why is it always in caps? It's just... I mean, I'm not taking it personally. I've learned that it's always in caps, and now I start just being like, well, that's how that person speaks. I feel like, just this person just doesn't have an indoor voice. Just the volume knob got cranked all the way up and broken off. And I just want to say I like you. I think you're a piece of shit. Like, it's the same volume, 2 totally different messages. But you got to stop taking the volume as part of it. That's what I've done. My caps button is stuck. Sorry, guys. Hey, like I said, no skin off my nut. I deserve a month to be... Oh, Jesus. Oh. Southern, I'm new to Twitch. It doesn't matter, man. I don't know. I'm just curious. It's from Buzzy's channel. He can't read lowercase when he's doing trucking shit. That's fair. Lowercase might be a problem. You're on Buzzy's channel. It helps him read, but here there is no need. Oh, well. In any event, let's keep on moving on. Local area that I'm in, so we're going to cover this story quick. An early morning fire caused $200,000 in damage to the River's Edge Convention Center roof in downtown St. Cloud. The St. Cloud Fire Department responded there just after 5 a.m. Quick response of the fire department personnel stopped further damage to the large structure. The cause for the fire is under investigation, and Mayor Dave Kleiss says it's too soon to know how the fire might impact scheduled events, but they should know more in the coming days. I'm more curious about how the fire happened. early morning, I'm guessing someone's setting off fireworks that shouldn't have, and an ember maybe made it down a little bit. That's what I'm going with. I'm guessing firework. Guessing somebody set off a firework and boom. Because there were people popping them off in my neighborhood at like 11:15, 11:30 at night. And I'm like, come on, man. Some of us are trying to sleep. And that's the one thing I was praying for. I was like, please don't start a fire. Because the last thing I need is lights and sirens and someone's house burning down. Now I feel like a piece of shit because I'm pissed that I'm losing sleep. Meanwhile, that person's not going to have anywhere to sleep for a little while. The press bar. What? Oh, no. Ignat's uppercase privilege. I mean, I feel like lowercase privilege. I feel like if you have to use uppercase, that's not a privilege. That's a constraint. I have the privilege to use lowercase. I don't need to rely on uppercase. I can do either or. Aren't I lucky? At any rate, so the fire has caused, like I said, almost $250,000 worth of damage.
Anytime, anywhere with Lotto.com.
Some commercials just show you things that make you realize sleeping is for stupid people because that lady's waiting for you in your nightmare. Holy Jesus. Holy God. All right. Oh, now we're having a discussion on why Southern Crossbones button is stuck. That's always great. Have a fun time figuring that out. Spoiler alert, it's probably jizz related. Southern Crossbone is a squirter. It's mostly piss. Oh, alrighty. Again, thank you if you're watching on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, all the platforms. We appreciate it. It means a lot to us. Thank you for being part of the show. Let's get back to our next story. Children wielding baseball bats are reportedly attacking and robbing helpless mothers and nannies in the wealthy San Francisco neighborhood known for its young families. Knoll Valley, which is known locally as Stroller Alley, because of many families with young children who live there, experienced 11 phone robberies last week, which authorities believe are linked to a gang of youths who have also lately been assaulting women with bats while they pick up their kids from school. 2 women were reportedly assaulted in the neighborhood last week by a youth who allegedly hit one of the women with a baseball bat and the other in the face. Police reportedly arrested a minor last week related to phone thefts and are continuing to investigate. Why can't we just start beating the shit up? Like, if there's a kid riding around with a baseball bat hitting people, can't we knock over his bike? I feel like if you disarm the kid from the bat, we have a conversation that we get to have now. We get to have a dialogue. All right. The kids are robbing moms while the moms are picking up kids. I gotta ask, ladies, when you see that little bastard riding toward you on his bicycle, did you start to think...
My F1 button is stuck. I got distance and a slight curvature cheer 100.
Thank you for the 100 bits. That's more information than I needed, but I think all of us were good without it. But why attack moms? I don't get it. They're attacking the moms because the moms have the kids, so they figured the moms just want to protect the kids. You know, they won't put up much of a fight. They can't run. They got to drag the little lump of kid with them, you know, or carry them. Either way. Kid makes it just the whole situation more difficult. Then you're taking their phones or their wallets anyway, So, I mean, what are they going to do? Call the cops? Again, hitting him with a baseball bat, though, I just... Oh. He was reputed as saying, peanut butter jelly time. Oh. Alrighty. Where were we at? Raphael Mendelman, Raphael Mendelman, a member of the city's governing San Francisco Board of Supervisors, attributed the crime among children in the city in part to the upending they experienced during the COVID-19 pandemic. Really? So, Southern, I squirt Gorilla Glue. My shit sticks. Oh, God. Damn it. So, right, guys, it's not your policies that are so soft on crime, even kids are like, fuck it, I can steal shit. Oh, duck off with using COVID as an excuse. It's about worn out. Yeah, I gotta say, I didn't expect that particular turd nugget in this shit sandwich. So these kids are sociopaths because of COVID. Right, Thorne. You know what? Let's go with that logic. Right, Raphael. It's because of COVID. I'm just curious, when were you elected, Raphael Mendelman? Raphael. Oh, Raphael Mendelman, president of the board since 2018. Huh. Since 2018, Mr. Mendelman. So if this is all because of COVID, so you're the person responsible? You're the one we got to hold to account for this? Because again, sir, this is because of COVID. You're one of the people who instituted mandates and things like that. I feel like, and I'm not looking into this at the moment, so I could be wrong. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I feel like you, actually, let's look up, and then space, lockdowns. Lockdown. We're just 2023. Yeah, I'm not going to find anything. February 18th of 2020, San Francisco Supervisor Raphael Mendelman is proposing bringing back bathhouses, according to a report in the Examiner. What? It says the federal government failed in response to the monkeypox outbreak. Oh. I think I'm starting to see what's going on here. Why attack moms? That is Twitch culture. No women allowed even. All right, I get it, Ray. You've got an issue with Twitch, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't have any pull at Twitch, but I believe you've made your point, sir. I believe the issue has been made. Alrighty. So guess that monkeypox vax worked. I mean, monkeypox isn't a thing now. The government failed in its response. Why aren't we talking about it more? It's strange that you're not. Again, the blaming it on the lockdowns and stuff, no. I think what happened with kids not being in school, I think there may be something going on with that we're going to be experiencing for a while, he said. Those couple of years when school was erratic or non-existent. where everyone was under stress. Wilmer was, but he just released it. Thank you for the 125 bits. Everyone was under stress. That was probably impacting vulnerable communities more anyway, sociologically. Who knows what was going on, but I would not be surprised if we are going to be experiencing the lingering impacts of that for a generation. Are you saying that the COVID lockdowns were harder on, what do you mean vulnerable communities? You mean the poor? So you're saying, like what? Like poor homeless people? What the? I mean, I want to fight your argument, but I don't get what your argument. So because vulnerable communities were locked down like the rest of us, they had to lash out with theft? How does that work exactly? I really, really need to know how we broach this this issue with you. You locked them down, so now they need to steal stuff. By the way, it's not like crime was low beforehand. And it's only this one area. Violent crimes such as rape and assaults have remained relatively stable in San Francisco over the last 4 years, according to recent data, while murders have increased slightly. Property crimes, on the other hand, have risen sharply since 2019. Yeah, it's almost as if you guys stopped holding people accountable for stealing shit, and they keep stealing shit. Wilmer with the 100 bits and the deal with it sticker. Thank you very much. Let's check on that sticker party situation so we know where we're at with that. Holy Jesus, we're 100 bits away from a sticker party. I'm going to leave that up. If you haven't been here on Twitch before, and if you want to be part of it, this is your cue to maybe get over there to the Twitch thing. There's a little app right up there in the corner. It's got a little purple heart thing, kind of like the symbol you see right down here on the bottom of the screen. And that lets you use stickers. If we have 100 more bits on stickers, then there's a little confetti party, and everyone gets to go crazy with stickers all they want. But yeah, you guys, you notice the property crimes went up since 2019. It's also kind of the same time frame of not holding people accountable for. Look, I'm tired of kitten gloves. You decriminalize theft. Spoiler alert, theft is happening with alarming amounts. I mean, and I don't know why anyone would steal. Why would you steal in this star-spangled awesome economy? What do you need the money for? Your extra vacation in Cancun, you greedy, greedy bastards? Crime is worse than the data shows. Charles Cully Stimson, Heritage Foundation senior legal fellow and former prosecutor in San Francisco, told Fox News earlier this year. People do not report these crimes because when you have a DA who's pro-criminal and not going to enforce the law, the cops aren't going to go out and arrest somebody when they know the case is going to be no-papered. Or in other words, it's because of the COVID lockdowns. If you start telling me why something's happening, and even the reason why something's happening is something you had your hand in, can we start holding you accountable? As an elected official, can we start being like, hey, the reason that caused it is the COVID lockdown. Well, you had a lot of involvement in all of that, so how about we have ourselves a conversation? Although I don't want to get too hard on that, lean too hard on that front? I had a funt cake. I don't want to lean too hard on that front because I'm pretty sure that guy might have been actually fighting lockdowns because he wanted to get out to bathhouses. Because people have, you got to have goals, But yes, San Francisco, beware of bats. And by that, I mean aluminum bats being wielded by children. It sounds so fun to live in San Francisco, where the kids are beating ladies for their phones. All right. So we had a quick little thing to talk about. Earlier, I was mentioning how like with the whole Trump thing, it's a bad look because he was calling for Hillary to not be able to be president if she's under indictment, because that worked for him at the time. And Biden is obviously in office, and I have my feelings about that. But I've been one of the people who's been like, hey, man, I think Biden's his own bag of bullshit, and there's no involvement vis-a-vis Biden-Obama administration. I don't have it. Well, I'm about to just eat a whole bunch of shit on that front. Spoiler alert. Because a report has come out that the Obama White House included Hunter Biden on an internal email about Joe Biden's call with Ukrainian president while Hunter was on Burisma's board. For those of you who don't Oh, sticker party. We can't do the depressing part yet. Let's have fun. Thank you, Was Fill Some Holes with 100 bits on the sticker. If you have a sticker you want to see, now's the time. Bukkake that screen with stickers. Pearl necklace that serene scene. Again, thank you for the amazing support. It's how I keep doing this show. It's not a big program. We spend a couple hours prepping, usually 3.5 hours doing, and then we wind everything down, have a little time, have a little dinner, have a little time with the kiddo, take a nap, get up, and do it all again. And thank you all for helping make that possible. Now let's go ahead and drop the stick. Oh, that's the wrong button. Dickbag. There we go. Drop the sticker party thing off of the screen. Thank you again for all of that wonderful support. Insert fart noise, says Chevrolet JB. Well, you know what? Because you're such a huge supporter of this show, for you, Chevrolet JB, farts away. Bombs away. Thank you, Toastmaster, for filling that flatulent request. Alrighty. So the Obama White House, again, apparently not as hands-off as I thought. I'll just read it from the story here. In case you thought it was only Joe and Hunter in on the corruption around Ukraine and Burisma during Joe's vice presidency, the newest report shows just how involved the Obama White House was. Obama's administration was scheduling meetings for Joe Biden with Ukrainian President Poroshenko, the one before, our current one that we have, while Hunter was working for Burisma in Ukraine for $1 million a year. This newest report shows that Obama's White House would CC Hunter Biden on emails about these meetings, effectively keeping him in the loop on the government's talks with Ukraine. A White House scheduling email sent to then Vice President Joseph R. Biden ahead of a call with Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko was also sent to his son Hunter, who was serving on the board of the Ukrainian energy firm looking to escape a corruption probe. The timing of the call, however, coincides with Hunter Biden's $1 million a year job on the board for Burisma, which allegedly hired him to help dodge charges from the Ukrainian prosecutor general. So in other words, they bought influence because he was the son of the VP. This is why I say I kind of feel like Trump gets a pass with the whole, like, he said under an indictment and he's under an indictment. The Biden family's apparently been, like, super duper corrupt this whole time, which isn't a huge surprise to me. But again, you can't tell me that Trump is the big evil here and we do nothing about this guy. It's like the biggest gaslight in the world. They're holding a giant shit-piled fucking taco in their hand and they're going, look at that horrible shit sandwich. And it's, motherfucker, look at the crappy confectionery in your hand. I don't think a taco is a confectionery. That'd be a dessert. Jesus, keep your culinary terms straight. Alrighty. So VP Joe Biden was pressuring the Ukrainian president to stop poking around and investigating a business that was giving his son $1 million a year. Meanwhile, the Obama White House was apparently keeping Hunter Biden appraised of the efforts to pressure Ukraine. Right? That's not a conflict of interests at all. The White House scheduling email was sent on May 26th in 2016 from Mr. Biden's assistant, John S. Flynn. It was disclosed by the National Archives in response to a Freedom of Information request and mined by an online FOIA sleuth who gave it to the Washington Times. The scheduling email from Mr. Flynn provided both Mr. Biden and Hunter Biden with the details of the vice president's upcoming trips to Delaware and Rhode Island, as well as the call to Mr. Poroshenko. Boss, 8:45 a.m., prep from 9 a.m., phone call with Prez Poroshenko. Then we're off to Rhode Island for infrastructure event, and then Wilmington for UDEL commencement. Nate will have your draft remarks delivered later tonight or with your press clips in the morning, Mr. Flynn wrote to the then Vice President and Hunter Biden. Mr. Biden's call to Mr. Poroshenko took place on May 27th, 2016. If you've gotten, if you've forgotten the scandal, right, Joe Biden bragged about getting the prosecutor investigating Burisma fired and how FBI informants have produced evidence that Burisma's president paid. Again, Trump is such a horrible guy with these classified documents, and all he held on to them for was evidence that they were planning an attack on Iraq and they were trying to pin it on him. It seems like they're holding him accountable for holding on to blackmail evidence. Like, no, this clears me in case you say I tried some shit. This clears me. And then they're like, hey, you held on to this evidence that clears your name illegally. Oh. But the whole time we've got this other guy burning down the store and taking everything off the shelves. Can we do something about the corrupt guy in the office, please? That's all I'm asking for. I mean, you want to go after Trump? Fine. Trump's a horrible criminal. Hold him to account. Can we do the same for the horrible criminal who's currently in office? Because I don't know if you know this or not. It'd be pretty easy to hold him to account. Apparently, him and his family are fuck-ups. That's the worst part. You're watching people completely shitty at being criminals, and they're getting away with it because they're in a tier of society where they are beyond reproach, and there are people covering for them. Yet, if any of us were doing that shit at this level of stupidity on just, the ground level civilian style, we'd all be arrested by now. Wouldn't make it out the door. And that's what it is. For me personally. That's why I'm like sitting here screaming, hold Joe to account, lock him up. I am goddamn jealous. I'm retarded and I could commit crimes, but I'd get arrested because I'm not a president's son. But apparently, if you're lucky enough to be born into a family like you are in the Biden family, you're allowed to do blow, speed, and help kind of enrich your family through, kind of impoverishing the entire country. And apparently that's just too bad. And if one of your opponents dares to challenge you, he will be held to account to the highest degree for filing errors. It's so not funny. I'm almost mad. Like, part of me wants to laugh, the other part of me wants to punch something. You know, when you're having a stupid fight with somebody and you're like, the points you're making are dumb, and it almost tickles me at the stupidity. But at the same rate, they are so stupid that it enrages me to like, if I just hit you in the mouth just once, you would cease to talk, at least for this moment. And now I'm not advocating that anyone actually do that, but I'm saying that's how you feel on the inside. That's what you're processing. You're like, I really, really want someone to stop this from happening. But, I mean, it's not even the same. It's not even comparable, man. It's just... Oh... Donald Trump might have enriched himself with a bunch of money from Saudi Arabia. Look, if Ukraine was funneling money into Hunter and Joe Biden and it was a one-way street, fine. We're funneling money into Ukraine, and that's where I have a problem. Because I feel like we're paying off Joe's debts. I didn't sign on for that. I ain't got the money. Why don't you talk to old Joe Biden? Heard he's got a couple mil to spare. May have saved a few in a couch cushion or two. Alrighty. R.I.P. White House. It hasn't been clean for a long time since Ike. I'll agree that it hasn't been clean for a long time. I don't know when the cleanliness ended. I will say this. I view the White House like a white room that also allows casual smoking. During the day, when everyone's there, it looks awfully white with the lights on and stuff. Or no, in the night, when it looks awfully white. But then if you look at it during the day with the curtains open, yeah, it's kind of off-white. It's been getting worse and worse as time goes on. It's like each presidency took the filth before them and then added another, like a giant stacking shit sandwich. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about something fun. I'm tired of talking about fuck-ups in government. And again, to prove my point about fuck-ups in government vis-a-vis fuck-ups in reality, Hunter Biden did drugs, bought a gun, a lot of stuff that he should be held accountable for. He's going to get, I think, probation. I think we're going to score probation unless we can get rid of the rest of those witnesses. We have a story now of a woman arrested during an employment meeting with the sheriff's department. Now, you might be saying, Johnny, how can you get arrested during an employment meeting with the sheriff's department, and how does this go back to your thing of privileges and people and such? Not being able to go to school would turn anyone to a life of crime. Ignatz, I feel like if that were the case, plenty of people in school would never become criminals. But that's all I'm going to say. That's the opposite to that thing. That's what, if that's the case, then everybody who goes to school should never become a criminal. No criminal ever went to school. Anyways, so this woman was arrested. I'll read the story and then we'll get to a picture of the lady, and it's not a long story. A woman was arrested for driving under the influence, or a DUI for those of you who don't know what those letters mean, during an employment meeting with the Marshall County Sheriff's Department. According to the department, Nicole Snedecke, 39 of Plymouth, came in just before 9 a.m. for a scheduled meeting related to her inquiry into employment with the department. While speaking with Snedecke, Gesundheit. Captain Jeff Snyder observed slurred speech along with an alcohol smell on her breath. She admitted to driving to the sheriff's department and consuming alcohol that morning. Detective Lieutenant Les McFarland obtained a certified breath test, which showed a result of 0.15, nearly twice the legal limit. Nicole was taken to the Marshall County Jail for operating a vehicle while intoxicated and given a cash bond of $1,500. I don't think she can make that bond, you guys. She's unemployed. Did she get the job, though? It's Diversity House now, says Atomic Ray. There you go. It's Diversity House. Would that be, does that count as reparations if we go from the White House to the Black House? We call it the Black House. Things. We technically gave you guys a home. I mean, it's technically government housing. But I mean, like, really, you know what? We joke around and have fun like that on that show. We don't do that here because I worry that I'll just, lean into the bit for whatever reason. People will be like, you mean this to them? No, I don't. You know nothing about me then. Alrighty, there we are. Can't believe they didn't just let her off with her. You look like you're plastered. Is this photo were you still drunk when they took the picture? I mean, if that's how you looked when you walked in, I just feel like you don't willfully walk into a sheriff's office looking like that unless you are turning yourself in, paying bail, or picking someone who's picking up someone getting released. Those are the only three things you should be doing. She was dressed for the job she wanted. She was going for detective. That's why she showed up drunk. Yeah, she showed up drunk, dressed like that. Or is that you know what? I'm saying that this might be some sort of jail scrubs thing. No, that looks like a shirt. That looks like some sort of buttonless shirt thing. And I'm sorry, lady. I say nay. She was dressing for the job she wanted. Well, if that's the outfit she wore, inmate sounds right. Why did you tell them that you'd had some drinks? Is that, I was really nervous, so I knocked a few back. Knocked a few what? A few bottles of Jack Daniels, whole bottles. No joke, I actually know someone who did that. Who drank a shit ton of booze because whatever, we won't get into the reasons. Does that make me a piece of shit where I'm like, that's awesome? I appreciate someone who can put it away. Speaking of put away, guess what you are? Oh. Like I said, don't think she's going to make that bond if she is unemployed. All right, so we have just wrapped up our second hour stories. Only 14 after hour. We're coasting right on time. I finally got a nice rhythm for how long stories will take me. I get a little bit of a look into it, and I'm like, all right, we know what we're doing. That's where we're at. We'll take a little bit of a break here to once again say, thank you for everybody for the support. We're halfway through Monday already. That is super duper awesome. Thank you so much. But I have to put this link up real quick. Copy. I love CBD, CBG, and CBN products, and I didn't used to love them because I thought they were largely crap. I thought they were junk. Who wants that garbage? And that's because when you buy stuff at a grocery store or a head shop, you're not getting a quality product. They don't know what they're giving you. They don't know how it's made, what's in it. But thankfully, if you click the little link that we put on there, and I'll click it so we can do it this way. Oops, you heard the boop noise. Anyways, If you click that link, it'll take you over to my buddy's Hemponics. Come on, guys. Can we, oh, shit. What the heck? Stop load. Are we loading the, oh, Jesus. Scare me to death when the page doesn't load. And I'm like, oh, did I miss an email? Alrighty, so, innovative hemp-based solutions. Hemponics makes all of their own stuff. They grow it, as I say, from seed to sale. They know what they're growing. They know how they're pulling the cannabinoids out. They know the extraction processes they're using. So they know the cannabinoids you're getting, so they can help you with whatever problems you have. If you don't know what you're looking for, you can talk to them very, very easily through, they have a variety of chat options. They changed. Oh, they've got the chat bot still at the bottom right corner there. Again, they are farmers, and they started out as a farm. They started on the growing side of things. They know all about the growing of the products, and they have a wide variety of products for you. If you use that link, we get a little bit of a thank you from them, and we say thank you for the support. Again, I love their CBN tinctures for sleeping. I use the Muscle Frost for aches and pains, which is all. Both of those things are on the front page right there. And then a bunch of the CBG, CBN stuff is great as well. The gummies, the vapes, I have a vape literally at my disposal. Actually, I have an empty vape at my disposal because I used it all because their vapes are fucking awesome. I got to find the other one. I have to buy some more. Anyways, Hemponics is a great sponsor for the show, and if you need innovative hemp solutions, it's literally what they do. And click the link so we get a little bit of a thank you for helping out. Okay, let's go. Hour 3. Here we are. Hour 3, and then we got to get ready to do a little of the time. If you read what I rhyme. All right, here we go. So for hour 3, pull the audio down here. Don't do any sound drops or anything quick. We're going to be talking about something happening in Florida with a beach. We're going to talk about Jen Psaki might be in a wee bit of trouble. And yoink. And I didn't need to have this tab open at all, so let's close that down. So Jen Psaki in a wee bit of trouble. We've got a woman who is 90, retiring in Texas, and it's a feel good story. We'll do that. We're gonna look at a piece of history. You know, we've been talking a lot about the Titan sub and everything, so we're gonna look at a piece of history from the 60s and stuff. And where are we at with? Oh, and we got a guy who committed fraud in a really funny way, and one last little catch up on the whole. Oh, Jesus. Where? Nope, it wasn't this one. It was this one. Because you cannot be patient. All right. There we go. All right. Boop, 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 boop. All right, we're all good. Okay, so we have the show going for another hour and 15 minutes. Thank you for being part of it. We really, really appreciate all that. If you talk on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, we've got all the chats up. And thank you for the support. Like I said, already halfway through Monday's goal. Goal. I hate having a bum leg because it's hard to get comfy when you sit. I've been here for hours prepping. I don't walk enough. Anyways, so enough about my bullshit. Our first story, like I said, is a video, again, talking about sharks. She was... Oh, nope, we already covered that. Oh, shit, I got to catch my things up. These have been scrolled. I'm glad you know about Rumble, Johnny. All right. Anyways, so... Peace CTR cookie. I gotta I got a thing. I don't have time for. In fact, you know what? I'm not even gonna. How about can I delete the comment? I don't even want to bother with it. I'm just gonna move on. Where are we at? There we go. Video shark. There we are. So this is again happenings of a beach in Florida. I got some theories on this, and we'll get to them in just a minute. Before I go crazy on what theories and why I think any of this is happening for this, I gotta say, thank you, message deleted. Thank you, LabGlass, Johnny on the spot, if you will. Alrighty. Good God, people. All right, so here we are. Have you spotted the shark yet? Have you spotted the shark in the Where's Waldo thing that is a bunch of people at the beach? Let me just say, a few of you people a little too confident in your bathing choices. Did you see the? Can you see the shark? This is why you will never get. This is why I want Aaron and April to get like an all expenses paid vacation to like a Florida beach resort, right? But it's on condition that April has to swim in the water to like a certain point off the shore. Very ignorant comment. Ignorant about what? What am I ignorant about? Please correct me. I'd love to have my ignorance corrected. Because I absolutely admit I'm ignorant as F, and the key to learning, the first key to solving any problem is admitting it's there. I am stupid as shit. Please correct me. In the Rumble chat there. All right. So yeah, the shark buffet on the beach, as Ignat was saying. Like I said, I kind of want to have that be a thing. Like, look, she has to do that, all right? Otherwise, you got to pay for the whole trip. I know what it would be. Like, oh, well, we're not going there anyway. I don't want to go to fucking Florida. Be like, but what if you could hang out with Mersh and shit, man? You want to do that part, I know. All right, anyways. Again, let's keep going with the video. Christy Cox, who posted the video, said the shark was chasing fish, but urged beachgoers to pay attention.
There's somebody still out there. They're still out there.
Florida recorded the highest number of unprovoked shark bites worldwide since when? Experts advise if you see a shark in the water, remain calm. Keep it in sight and exit the water slowly if possible. Okay. But,
She found fame by
Oh, not you, the chatters posting video links, ignorant accounts. Oh, okay. Because don't get me wrong, I'm always great for being corrected. Trust me, I'm used to it. Alrighty. And I don't even want to, just seriously, as much as I dislike Fox News and their BS on their website, CNN, Janine Moose, what does she have? Blackmail evidence? Does she know where someone's body is buried? Why? Out of all of the fat you have trimmed from CNN, you have not sheared Janine Moose off. You could find someone else to do that job. And if you can't, then fuck, I'll do it. As long as it just means you get rid of Janine Moose. Alrighty. This next thing is about Jen Psaki. Now, I have a love-hate thing with Jen Psaki. On the one hand, I think she's incredibly hot. No, she's all right. Former White House press secretary and current MSNBC host, Jen Psaki. You know, proof that one hand doesn't wash the other when it comes to the propaganda machines spewing out your political side's particular brand of booze. No soul. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. I'm not looking to love it. I'm looking to F it. Anyways. But back to what we were talking about. The former White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, named several times by a federal judge who is temporarily preventing White House officials from meeting with tech companies about social media censorship. The injunction that Psaki publicly began pushing Facebook and other social media platforms to censor COVID-19 misinformation on May 5th of 2021. At a White House press conference, Psaki publicly reminded Facebook and other social media platforms of the threat of legal consequences if they do not censor misinformation more aggressively, it continued. The injunction by Louisiana Judge Terry A. Daughtry was in response to the recent lawsuits from Louisiana and Missouri Attorney General. The suit alleges that the White House coerced or significantly encouraged tech companies to suppress free speech during the COVID-19 pandemic. The injunction also added that Psaki said the White House wanted every social media platform to do more to call out misinformation and disinformation and to uplift accurate information during a press conference in February of 2020. She's right. They should have done more to quell misinformation and disinformation. They should have stopped with all those. They should have stopped pushing those stories about bat to human transmission, and they should have just stuck with the truth that it was a leak from a lab. No offense, it's a bit of a tough ask for like, hey, how about we get rid of all of the misinformation? You guys kept changing your tune every day. Well, actually, every night at about every morning at about 2:30 a.m. So it's really hard. What's misinformation if the message and the information change on a need-to-know basis in the darkest of hours? Alrighty. Daughtry is barring several federal officials and agencies, including some of Biden's cabinet members and White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, from contacting social media companies in an effort to suppress speech. The injunction also states the government's actions likely violate the free speech clause, that the court is not persuaded by defendants' arguments. If the allegations made by the plaintiffs are true, the present case arguably involves the most massive attack against free speech in United States history, the injunction said. In their attempts to suppress alleged disinformation, the federal government, and particularly the defendants named here, Biden administration, Psaki, you get the gist, are allegedly to have blatantly ignored the First Amendment's right to free speech. During a July 2021 press conference, Psaki, alongside Surgeon General Murthy, told reporters that the White House was flagging problematic posts for Facebook, according to the injunction. We are in regular touch with these social media platforms, and those engagements typically happen through members of our senior staff, but also members of our COVID-19 team, she said. According to the injunction, we're flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation. You know, like posts that say the Hunter Biden laptop is misinformation. You're flagging those because that, again, if Trump is dirty, there's literally mountains of mud pouring off of Biden. Mountains of mud. Was fill some holes. I would not do Jen. Go away. You know what? We're not even going to use the website. Let's do it this way. I'm going to solve this goddamn issue. Look, I'm not saying, like, all right, obviously time has weathered things out a little bit, but, this is taking way more work than it should. Here we go, and poop. I mean, look, man, I'm not saying I'm going to fucking beat down the doors to get at that, but I'm saying, I'm certainly not saying no. Oh, the no soul thing. Didn't that come up earlier? That's weird how that came up. We talked about it earlier and it popped in weird there. Cormy saying, hi. Hey, how you doing? We're talking about what, would you or would you not Jen Psaki? And like I said, I'm a firm, like, on the, yeah, dude, totally would. Like, I mean, I'm not. What's Media Share? I have no idea what the Media Share show is a Rumble exclusive. No idea. Media Share is where the chatters donate to have video play, usually under 7 minutes for $1. Oh. All right. Maybe if you're interested in that, do that after my show. I mean, just trying to hold on here, man. So I'm just hanging on to the cliff, man. Don't want to launch my car off like it's the 4th of July in Alaska. By the way, god damn, I wish that's how we did it. Alrighty, so
Tier 100, I'd let her play with my meat piccolo since Johnny won't.
Lab Glass saying that thank you very much for the 100 bits. She hot, says Cormy. I won't say hot. I mean, she's pretty. She's pretty. That's where I'll put it. She has a pretty kind of like porcelain, like, if you have a thing for like a chick who looks like she's kind of a bit of an ice queen that could fucking like dominate you a bit, like, and I do. I'm a spoiler. You know, like a chick looking like, I'll fucking wreck your shit up, man. Like, don't fuck with me. Like, I'm all right. You sign me on. I think I blame this on not the actress, the character. Xena the Warrior Princess. That's where it happened. That's where it happened for me. Lucy Lawless, while an incredibly attractive woman, totally still would. But yeah, it was something about the chakram, the fucking corset, and I'm just like, let's do this. I want her to strangle me with them crazy legs of hers. Only like alt-right chicks, brother. Look, if I'm putting it specifically down to a Pound Town situation, I'm not asking your political beliefs. Political beliefs involve having a conversation, having a meal, having a discourse of some kind that involves maybe like a relationship continuing. I'm putting it on a, like, I was sitting at the bar and so was she, and we were both finishing our drinks and we looked at each other and she went, "You wanna?" And I went, Yep, I do. That's how it goes. And that's all we're rating it on. That's the only way to do it. Kermie saying, but why would not my style? Sorry. Why would you care? They are married. Someone loves them. So all is fine. Southern Crossbones going, liberal chicks can't fuck and they smell like sulfur. I don't know whatever you were plowing, but that wasn't human, sir. Here's my thing that I will say. I dare to argue any staunchly political person, anyone who's going to put it that hard on the line, like, liberals can't fuck, or conservatives can't whatever. They can't fuck, all right? If you can fuck, you don't need to, again, the would you or would you not, F it thing. She looks like it'd be a good time. I'm not saying that I don't know anything about her as a person. I'm not saying I want to sit down and interview her and have like a long candlelit dinner. I'm saying if you put it on a would you, won't you thing, I'm saying she checks enough of my boxes. and I'd cross-check her box. Hockey joke. Alrighty, so again, Psaki, Psaki and others were oh wait, so yeah, they were brought up on the charges thing. Again, it's just another one of the thing. I should really just call today's show Biden's Covered in Mud. Biden's Covered in Mud. Because it's another thing that I think of it's just another thing that really just hammers home the point that no matter what you want to say about our current administration, no matter what you want to say about the previous administration, the current one is so much worse. Oh, man. So, if the allegations are true, well, tickle me with a feather. I won't be surprised if the allegations are true. If you mean the allegations that the Biden administration has been actively telling these tech companies, hey, maybe don't tell everyone or put out any information that makes us look bad. Maybe don't do any of that. We could really use your help there. Biden covered in mud. Oh my, did he fell again? Says Grammy. I mean, that would be better at this point. No, all of the mud is more like political mud. Mud that been slung. Is this a video on it? Damn it, no. Alrighty, so she went viral on Instagram, but we can't have a video on it. You got stupid shit. So we were going to do a story. It's for, we're on the third hour stories. We can't rush through this shit. It'd be weird. All right. So a Texas woman, 90, has retired from Dillard's after 74 years. Touches lives at work, not just a salesperson. I thought she never missed a day. I thought that was the whole thing. Yep. All right, here we go. A Texas woman retired this month after working for 74 years in sales for Dillard's department store, never once missing a day or calling in sick. Melba Mabane, 90, started her career in 1949 as an elevator girl at the Myers and Schmidt department store in Tyler, Texas, which Dillard's acquired in 1956. Melba sets the tone for everything, every expectation, every customer service quality that we look for in a luxury experience. James Sanez, store manager for Dillard's in Tyler, told Fox News Digital. It's just amazing to think of how many people's lives she's touched, he added. Yeah, and when she was a tailor, groins, too. She's not just a salesperson, she's a mother. She guides you. She gives you advice on life. She's amazing, said somebody, I guess. I don't know who that quote is from. I can't tell you who the quote's from if you guys don't tell me, okay? Melba Mabane posed for the camera. Melba Mabane worked great with ladies who love to eat, laugh, and cut up. In a statement she shared with Fox News Digital. She tells it like it is. I admire her tremendously. She taught me so much. She is so talented with clients. She can take a tiny sale and turn it into a huge sale. She just fascinates me. That sounds like she guilt trips you into buying more shit. She works and works and works the floor. She keeps everybody talking. She keeps everybody laughing. Some of her stories are fantastic. She's retiring at 90, okay? This lady should have been out of the workforce a lot sooner than now. What, did she just love going in every day? Was that it? Or was Dillard's just not paying enough? Hope she's doing fine. Biden, well, hold on, let's flip over. She looks like she's not doing too bad. During her career, Melba Mabane was a single mom who raised her son, Terry Mabane, now a financial advisor in Tyler. He has fond memories of his mother's hard work, he said. I rode the bus in the afternoon to my grandparents' house because my mom not only loved her job, but we obviously needed her job, Terry Mabane said. There were times that I would get my grandfather to take me up to the store at about 7 p.m., and I would get to kind of run around the mall or the store and hang out with her so that I could ride with her home at 9 o'clock. Oh, my God. And she worked till she was 90. It was really fun times. I grew up at Dillard's. I stole so much shit from there. I grew up at Dillard's. That's not a good thing. If we have that happening now, though, how does that happen now? How does that story play out now? I grew up at Walmart. Everyday low prices taught me math. Oh, God. After about 6 months of working the elevator, Mabane was promoted to the men's... I made a joke about her touching people's pelvic regions. I did not actually expect the story to pay out on that. After about 6 months of working the elevator, she was promoted to the men's clothing department and then to cosmetics, where she remained for the rest of her career, Terry Mabane said of his mother's professional milestones. So your mom worked the beauty counter at she had to work there till she was 90? She had to? She couldn't? Or she loved it so much? I hope she wasn't driving herself. Oh, God, yeah, dude, I hope she wasn't driving herself. This is... Look, I feel weird about this. I want to see her put makeup on somebody. You know? I want to be like, all right, this shade will really... Oh, Jesus Christ, no. All right, yep, she's riding in the back seat. Whew. Oh, was fill some holes. You're not wrong. She should not be driving herself. They had a person sick, and she got to fill in cosmetics. Don't make this story jump. I'm busy reading it. She got to fill in cosmetics, Terry said. He was told about his... She was a gift basket they were trying... Oh, fuck, Jesus Christ, my vision is getting screwy now. Contact lenses have been in too long. My time for new ones. There was a gift basket they were trying to sell, and nobody could figure out how to sell these gift baskets. My mom, very unorthodox, stepped out from behind the counter in the aisle and would walk up to people and introduce them to the basket, and she sold all of the baskets. Yeah, and how much did she make on commission? Manufacturers learned of Melba Mabane's exceptional sales reputation. They would send her gratis bottles of perfume in order to get her interested in promoting their products, her son said. He remembers his mother having perfume samples and bottles around the house and said she loved giving them to her friends and family. Chanel, Coco, Liz Taylor. I don't know how many different ones we had in the hallway closet, and she loved giving them away. So she didn't use them at all. Jesus. All right. It's only fair. I said you shouldn't gauge people based on political affiliations. I was just on a straight. If it happened and they asked, would you? All right, guys, would you? Or girls, would you? Would you give it? Would you give Grandma a tussle? Who's taking their makeup advice from this lady? Oh, I got upselled on the lipstick because Gamma told me to do so. I really feel like when it comes to beauty advice, don't you want to go to people who look beautiful? No offense, lady. I'm not saying you couldn't get it in your day. You did pop out a kid. Proof enough. But I mean, come on. It just... Who's... This color would look beautiful on you. Get away from me, you dinosaur! Just fucking... Mediocre personality saying, ugly women have kids too. Look, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, all right? Just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I would have waited till Biden is out of office before retiring. Well, if we're very unlucky, that might be a while. And if we're very lucky to have a fair and balanced legal system, there'd at least be some investigations and yeah. But it's not going to happen. This is the Justice Department. Not going to charge Biden. Nope. I have that stuck in my head now because this morning I can't get it out. Alrighty, so I learned about this the other day, and I wanted to go inside this story for a bit. There's apparently a nuclear-powered passenger ship. Nuclear-powered. I had never heard of this. I'm not surprised. It seems weird, though. I feel like a nuclear-powered, like, cruise liner would be a bad idea, like a security issue. Deep inside the Port of Baltimore, past stacks of shipping containers and a plant that makes wallboard, sits the world's first and only nuclear-powered cruise ship, the NS Savannah. The Savannah is the only nuclear-powered merchant ship the U.S. ever built and the only nuclear vessel in the world designed with passengers in mind. So when the opportunity came to take a tour recently, I climbed aboard. All right, let's pop over and read along so you can see the pictures. There it is. That doesn't look like a good time on a cruise ship. That looks like a fucking ocean tanker. The Savannah has been moored in Baltimore port since 2008. Last fall, its nuclear reactor was removed as part of its decommissioning. Oh, there we go. The Savannah, as it arrived in San Francisco on November 18th, 1962. Again, it just looks like a giant yacht. It doesn't even look like a comfortable cruise ship. The origin story began in the darkest days of the Cold War in December of 1953. The very future of the world seemed to be in question. The Soviet Union had just detonated its first thermonuclear weapon. A year before, the United States had tested its own 10-megaton device on a remote Pacific island. The blast was so powerful, it wiped the island from the face of the earth. In a speech before the United Nations, then-President Dwight D. Eisenhower acknowledged the peril facing the world, but he refused to accept that the atom's only purpose was to vaporize mankind. Well, it's the only one we're interested in, apparently. The United States knows that peaceful power from atomic energy is no dream of the future, Eisenhower told the Assembly diplomats. The capability, already proved, is here today. Yeah, and then you got to go to this lovely ship. Again, why wouldn't someone want to ride on this lovely boat? Oh, hey, what is this, the mess hall? Jesus Christ, this place looks like shit. How long till Tokyo? Good God. Oh, wow. I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to stay in a room with this lovely decor. I just felt my back pop. That's proof I've been sitting too long. Someone needs to get up and use the walker and take some steps when the show's over in about 40 minutes. Oh my God, that's ugly. And that window looks like shit. You couldn't. Was this the only room we could take pictures of? Guys, come on. The carpet looks like shit. I get it. The thing's been docked there since 2008. You haven't had a cleaning lady come through since then at all? before they took the photo, there's literally like pieces of paper on the ground. You could have picked all of that shit up. And whose bag is that? Don't tell me you stayed there. Oh, God, I was wrong. This is the mess hall. Jesus. I hope the food doesn't taste, or I hope the food tastes really good. You're going to be having it come back up when you see where you're sitting. Oh, wow. The power of atomic life today. So, how did that go? While the Savannah's nuclear reactor was revolutionary, the rest of the ship was actually unremarkable for the time it was built. It wasn't very state-of-the-art, he says. It's really a time capsule of what was the norm in the U.S. Merchant Marine in the 1950s and 60s. Yeah. You got a nuclear-powered reactor, but this is the deck where it's all going off. Nice how you guys get big square windows. We couldn't get that circle windows for everyone else. You got to have something you can't dive out of if the boat's going under. Jesus. Oh, that's harsh. That is an ugly piece of shit. The reactor control room. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Where do we get to how long the boat operators could command the energy to shut down? Right. All right, so back in the ship's main lobby, there's a small wooden cube. It represents the volume of uranium fuel needed to let the Savannah travel 454,000 nautical miles, enough to circumnavigate the world well over a dozen times. Traveling the same distance with conventional fuel would have required approximately 28 million gallons of it. Right, yeah, great. So you can use this little brick. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, wow. But you can also turn that cube into something that levels a city. So let's just be honest, there's differences. Despite its dazzling efficiency, that's not very efficient. There's nuclear waste then, and that stuff, very bad. Savannah was never economically viable. It required special fuel handling facilities to load and unload its nuclear core, and decommissioning the ship has taken decades and cost far more than it ever could have made moving cargo or people. So the entire thing was a boondoggle. Thank you, analogy for government. We're going to do this great thing because it's good for the environment. It's better for the future. By the way, it's not good for the environment. It's not better for the future. It's completely economically unfeasible. And regardless of how much money you put into it, we're going to have to spend even more to get out of it. And it'll never make anywhere near enough to justify any of it. Hooray. I really should have made today a drinking show. I don't have any booze. Could really use that moonshine right about now. Because good God. Just going to go outside after this is over. I'm going to stretch my legs. And I'm going to just spend a good 30 minutes. Just the monkey. Just hammer fisting myself in the balls. Just to make just so I can feel something again. Good God. Mikey with some more emotes in the chat. Good to see you, Mikey. Hey, how you doing? Is there a way to use poo to power things? A lit of poop in the world. A lot of poop in the world. Well, that's actually funny you say that. Because our next story, this is what we call a beautiful segue. California man gets prison for nearly $9 million of phony cow manure to green energy investment scheme. Look, there is a growing movement. It's a bowel movement. Skeezy Whitefish saying many third world countries burn poop to cook with. Yeah. Never want to try any of those dishes.
Cheer 100 for your balls.
Thank you very much, whoever just did that. Oh, there we go. Nope. Doesn't say it on here. Hasn't caught up yet. But thank you, whoever gave me the 100 bits for my balls. Now, I mean, a little bit from Mikey here. What's the difference between 9/11 and landscaping?
Cheer 100 for your balls.
Landscaping is an outside job. The more you know. Did we just get 2 for my balls, or was it just the once and it came up twice? Either way, 100 bits, 200 bits. That's for my balls. I'm happy, you know? Everybody's balls need bits. You know what I mean? We do this for ball bits. I am a bit busting baller. I was going to go good and it didn't. All green investments are a joke. Right? But I feel like, again, does this... I'm guessing they must have broken some laws to be going to jail. $9 million in phony cow manure to green energy investment scheme. I mean, I feel like he did say he was selling you shit. Oh, phase 3 flush. All right, this is out of Fresno, California. A California man is going to prison for running a cow dung to green energy scheme that authorities say, that authorities say was a load of hot manure. Get it? It was a bunch of bullshit. Mine was just as bad. At least I had the audacity to use naughty words. That's what happens when you hit a button inadvertently. Imagine going to jail for committing a crime. I mean, as long as you're not... Imagine going to jail for committing a crime. I mean, that is something funny to imagine. If your last name is Biden. Look, I'm not saying the guy did or didn't commit a crime. I'm saying if he committed a crime, sure, go to jail. But I'm sorry, but he scammed people. How is this? It's a scam. He got. I think the point is here. When $9 million goes missing from some wealthy people, now that scam's a crime. When $50,000 or maybe $100,000 goes missing from grandma's fund because someone told her that the police had her husband, that's not the same. We don't got to hold that one accountable. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're not based in California. I don't know. Too many questions, not enough answers. Let's read the story. A California man is going to prison for running a cow to dung energy scheme. Ray Brewer, 66, of Porterville, was sentenced Monday to 6 years and 9 months in federal prison in a years-long scam that bilked investors out of $8.75 million, according to a statement from the U.S. Attorney's Office. Brewer ran a scheme from 2014 through 2019 in which he claimed to be building in anaerobic digesters at dairies in California's Fresno, Kern, Kings, and Tulare counties, and in Idaho, prosecutors said. Anaerobic digesters use microorganisms to break down biodegradable material and turn it into methane that can be sold, and that also provide the producers with renewable energy credits for producing green energy. Well, it started out with hay, which was green, so I mean, it is green energy. The poo's probably green. I think Biden and Trump are having an affair. After all, who could keep their eyes off Trump's duck? Off Trump's dump truck. Oh. Yeah, no, dude, I believe just off of the fuck me looks that the AI Trump and Biden are giving each other in the Twitch thing. I totally believe that. Absolutely believe that. They want a bone. Anyways, anaerobic digesters, again, use organisms. Brewer told investors he would turn cow manure into methane while they would receive 66% of net profits and tax incentives. Brewer took investors on a tour of dairies where he alleged that he planned to build the digesters and claimed to have raised millions of dollars for the work. He sent them forged lease agreements with dairy owners, faked loan agreements with banks, phony contracts with multinational companies, and bogus pictures of the machines under construction. Okay, so yeah, he flat out committed crimes. The investors' money went into several bank accounts, and Brewer spent it on himself, buying up land, a custom home, a new Dodge Ram pickup trucks. He also kept his investors up to date on the non-existent construction with fake schedules, invoices, power generation reports, and pictures. Brewer also refunded money to some investors using money obtained from other investors. When investors found out they had been bilked, some won lawsuits against him, but Brewer moved to Sheridan, Montana, and assumed a new identity before he was finally arrested, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. Great. So he got arrested for it? But are we holding him accountable? In terms of, does he give all the money back? Do people get all their money back? You got to auction off his vehicles. Those depreciate in value. Home, I suppose, has gone up. Crime, is it a new way of life? And Jack and Koff, you are not wrong. Is it a new way of life? And it seems like it is. But if you ask San Francisco, it's because children have been locked down during COVID. Ivy had a cow patty fire. It don't stink. You use the... I've had a cow patty fire. It don't stink. You use the dry ones. But again, you are literally burning shit. I feel like burning shit as a fuel source, I get the process. I understand everything about it. I'm saying I worry that you are creating an aerosol of fecal matter right under where you are cooking. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that there is poop in your food. You're pooping in your food. All right? Whether it's burned poop or not, it's poop ash. My food is covered in poop ash. Oh, thank you, Jack and Koff. He would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for those crazy kids. Right? If it wasn't for those damn bastards.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Woohoo.
That is 16 months subscribed at Tier 1 from Sandy Squatch. Big supporter of the show, constant contributor. Thank you very much, Sandy Squatch. 16 months. I am honored that you continue to support this lovely little program. Thank you so much. Hey-oh, Sandy Squatch, cowbell incoming. Thank you very, very much, Sandy Squatch. Holy balls. But again, it was cray-cray. Today was crazy. Wait a minute, what? What was... I'm almost afraid to ask what was cray-cray. I don't know if I want to know. I think plausible deniability might be the best choice here. That's about the best way to go with it. Sorry, Johnny, crosstalk. Oh, fuck you. Like, we have enough people watching this show and chatting simultaneously to have crosstalk. Look, I love Aaron. Crosstalk is a his show thing. Here's where it's crosstalk for me, is like where I'm getting extremely distracted. We are women gossiping. Well, now it just got hot. What the fuck is wrong with me today? I don't know. I blame the weed. Here, this'll fix it. Good old medicinal herb. Alrighty. Anyways, So yeah, where are the hens clucking? Lab Glass, it's happening in the YouTube chat. Although it's happening on screen in my chat on screen. So if you're watching the show, you're privy to the conversation. Anyways, let's get on to this last story from the first hour. We just kicked into the overtime portion of the show. We do have a couple of things to play for the overtime portion of the
Cheer
show.
100 no crosstalk. Pay attention to the hype train Kappa Kappa Kappa.
Well, we don't have a hype. Hey, if you want to do a hype train, that's fine, but we're not doing hostage hype train extra overtime. I have a bunch of issues to deal with, namely getting some things figured out from my own personal life for tomorrow. And was that a sploof? I've always called it...
I feel strangely drawn to its presence.
Cheer 100 hype train hype train hype train.
And his name is John C.
Oh. I might have to get some more herb because
Cheer 100 up the hookers squawking.
It doesn't work for me.
Jesus
I
Christ.
gotta have more cowbell.
Thank you for following the channel, Sinister Slim 7. Thank you so much for following. We are now really close to a hype train. Thank you, Jimmy, for rating. Awake Jimmy, good friend of the show. He's been on the Sunday Smoke Show. I used to game with him when we used to do the gaming section, which has now entirely died off just because it's, But Miller's Cold Ones, what up, son? Yeah, thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining us. I am not going to go grab. We only have a minute left before it happens anyway, if it happens. So on the off chance that does happen, I have to reload this thing. So we'll use what we have here as a base, and we'll use the keef that we have there to finish that off.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Thank you for that subscription. That is a 1 month subscription, or no, subscribe for 2 months, a 1 month streak. Well, thank you very much, Small Egg Picker. I will get you your cowbell in just a minute after I fix this problem that I made for myself by not having the herb over here when we need it. All right, let's do the cowbell thing. Here we go. Cowbell, bing, bang, boom. Here we go. All right, we don't got to worry about the hype train. Sweet. So I don't really need to worry about this. So we can get to the last story and thank you, Wilmer, for the 125 bits. Again, thank you, everyone, for contributing to the show. We are halfway through our funding goals for Monday, so we're keeping it going. Thank you, Small Egg Picker, for joining us. Captain Deadpool with 1,000. Oh, now we're close to that again. Now I gotta...
Party 1000.
Yep, I saw that. All right, we got that on. And did I get Small Egg Picker's bell? I think I did. I believe I got the... You know what? In case I didn't... Little extra cowbell. Thank you, Small Egg Picker and Captain Deadpool, 1,000 bits. Really appreciate the support. So let's get to the last thing that I'm trying to talk about. But I keep tickling this hype train's balls, and I'm always like, do we go?
Cheer 100 give me a train, and watch me drip.
Any minute now. Oh, that one did. Oh. Okay, I guess that one didn't. All right, whatever. That I don't control these things. That said one more. That counts, right? That should count, you guys. Fucking Twitch, can we fix this shit, guys? What the fuck? I'm looking at it. It says 1. You dicks. All right, anyways. All right. So sorry, I'm hearing people yell. Fun thing of working out of a basement. You can hear everyone else on ground level. It's like I have my ear to the ground, but I'm in it. Anyways, so as we were
Cheer
saying...
100 the timer ran out first time lolalol.
Yeah, the timer did run out the first time, and I'm looking at 2 people now that have chipped in since it said 1 more. And, well, Small Egg Picker renewed, so he must not have been on the one that fell off the timer. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. We've had a lot of support. Thank you for supporting the show. If we have a hype train, I'm prepping a little controlled burn along for everybody, but we're not worrying about it too much. It's broken. It's broken. So let's if you want to contribute to the show, absolutely awesome. But don't throw in trying to kick off a hype train, because apparently Twitch, in their infinite wisdom, has decided hype trains begin. Alrighty, so let's get in on this story. As many of you know, they found cocaine at the White House. We've been talking about it today several times, in fact. And, oh, shit. Is that thing? Nope, that's that. Oh, well, while I'm here. Yeah, well, thank you anyway.
Guess what?
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
I guess we got to do this. Captain Deadful with 25 subscriptions. Thank you so much. Immense support for the channel. Holy balls. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Cheer 100 ding dong ding dong ding dong cowbell.
19, 20, 21, 22, 25. All right, 25. We did it. Need to switch arms just so that way they're balanced out. Otherwise, everyone's going to think this is my jerking arm. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I'm just saying everyone's going to assume this one is, because it's just huge. Just huge. At any rate, moving on. As you were probably aware at this point, the Secret Service found a bag of cocaine. Right. And the question we've all been asking, whose coke is it? Well, a lot of people obviously have gone with Hunter. However, the sports betting app BetOnline has released odds on who the bag of coke belongs to, and the list is shockingly long. Of course, the answer to where's Hunter is that he is the odds-on favorite, but there are a bunch of others whose names appear on this list that might have given you pause. I mean, why would it give you pause? It's just a tweeted list of there we go. And Captain Deadful, woohoo, don't arm wrestle Johnny. I mean, who said you should? Anyway, I use the arms for a lot. They're not super big, but they're solid. I got some nice arms. I don't want to lie. I got some horrible man tits, but God, do I got some great arms. All right, so who found the cocaine and where in the White House? So obviously, Hunter Biden, the odds-on favorite. Travis Kelce is behind it. One of the Jonas Brothers. Interesting. Didn't see that one. Angelina Jolie. Has she been there recently? Maddox Jolie Pitt. Ariana Maddox. Member of the LSU Lady Tigers. Okay. Member of UConn's men's team. Snoop Dogg. All right. Dude, if Snoop Dogg came to the White House, I feel like you give him cocaine. You know. All righty. Snoop Dogg, Edward Lee, Elton John. I'm starting to feel like we're just putting names on this list now. Member of BTS. I don't even know who BTS is. Olivia Rodrigo, DeMar Hamlin, Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey, you drug addict. Oh, an Olympic gold medalist? Really? Selena Gomez? Was Selena Gomez there recently? Lisa Vanderpump? There's a nice name. Paris Hilton, Tom Brady. So now we're just adding names. Andy Reid, Jill Biden, Joe Biden. I guarantee you the cocaine does not belong to old Sleepy Joe. Joe would not have as much trouble as he does getting up and moving between stuff if he was on coke. I can't believe Kamala isn't on that list. I can believe Kamala isn't on that list. Kamala's another one where I'm like, nah, you are too like, Kamala's one where I'm like, she smokes weed, right? Like, Kamala smokes weed, and then she does like a whole lot of caffeine right before she goes on stage, because she's like, I don't want to seem like weeded out, so I'll balance it with Heels Up Harris. Oh, no, Charlie. Don't do that one. Leave that poor vagina alone. At least if we're talking about the same thing, I think. Anyways, so yes, and you can bet these odds at BetOnline Sportsbook. I've never done sports betting, but I mean, I'd almost, if we're gonna find out, but why would you bet some of these people shouldn't even be there? An Olympic gold medalist seems very vague. An Olympic gold medalist? From when? Why do it just... Is that like you get in free pass? Like, you want an Olympic gold medal, you get to visit the White House whenever you want. Well, what am I going to do on my vacation? I got all this cocaine and nowhere to go. Hey, I get to get into the White House for free, I did that shot put thing. Are people betting? I got to know. All right. Kamala started out being a hooker for political reasons. Of course, she would have coke. What? Is that true? Kamala Harris started out as a prostitute? I have trouble believing that. I'm going to look into this, and I am just stupid enough to bite on this. Fact check. Kamala Harris has agreed with decriminalizing. What sex workers want Kamala Harris to know? Okay. Kamala Harris has said that she agrees with decriminalizing sex work. This is the only thing we have on this. As expected, this election season's candidates for president, vice president. Now President-elect Joe Biden selected Kamala Harris to be running his May in August. Decision excited some and disappointed others, both inside and outside of the Democratic Party. Harris's track record as a prosecutor, which had given her a reputation of top cop earlier in her career, doesn't sit well with the more progressive members of the Democratic Party, especially following the rise of Black Lives Matter. Yeah, it's almost like you guys did all that shit as, kind of whatever, just a pander. On the other hand, moderates and conservatives, including President Donald Trump, have used the independent GovTrack's U.S. rankings as Harris the most politically left compared to all senators. Yeah, again, I don't see anything about actually being Was it in 2019? I heard how she rose to top blowjob by blowjob. Oh, so again, like an idiot, and I should have realized this. Like an idiot, I bit onto political theories based solely on the fact of you hate the person. Right, I am an idiot. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. When am I gonna learn? God damn it. So yeah, pretty sure she wasn't actually. Glad you had to look that one up, asshole. Alrighty, let's go. We've got a couple of other. Let's go. We got 10 minutes left, and we got a little bit of. Let's see what we have here. We have a YouTube watch video.
A 4-meter stick.
Oh yeah. All right, we got a 4-minute video, and this is from BBC Earth.
A 4-meter stingray.
Spoiler alert, I'm a total fucking nerd and I'm subscribed to BBC Earth. Fucking say whatever you want. Kiss my ass. Anyways, this video is pretty awesome because it's a stingray trying to eat some crabs, right? And the thing that the crabs that are under attack, one of them gets helped out. And I'm just saying, again, it's not the good sign that the science community wants to hold it up as.
50 crabs a day. They hoover up any who've lost their shell.
They can eat 50 crabs a day?
Our spy becomes the crab's defender.
So literally, you are fending off a stingray with a robot crab. Even the crustaceans will rely more on the robots than us, mark my fucking words. This is not a good thing. I wanted to zoom in. How bad is it?
The ray will look for an easier meal. Those with hard shells aren't worth the trouble.
Yeah, they'll get pinchy.
Males even stand and fight. Those with soft shells hide among the hordes.
I want to see one of you guys get eaten.
Despite their brave defenders, the ray can hunt them down.
Oh.
Make short work of extracting meat from shell.
Oh. Oh.
The crab in hiding makes her getaway.
Did you wave the crab off?
The crab in hiding.
You did. You waved the crab off. It's clear. Go. Run for your life. I gotta stay here. If I move too much, my lithium battery could explode. I am in the water, and it's full of salt. A robotic prosthetic claw to be attached to my forearm. God, I love America. I used to have a huge crush on the narrator of this film, David Tennant. Hey, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but David Tennant played Doctor Who, and some of the people who guest starred on that show, one of them is a lady. Fuck, I forget her name now. A really pretty blonde lady that did several other shows. She remarked on her nickname for David Tennant was David Tennant. They did not have any relations from what I understand. But she alludes to apparently David Tennant got one hell of a tallywhacker. Good for him. So I'm just saying, Charlie, if you liked him before, apparently the Dr. Sonic Screwdriver is of considerable girth. Also Kilgrave in the MCU. Kilgrave in the MCU. I mean, if we want to go down the list of roles David Tennant's done.
No!
All right. So again, this little crab running for his life. Oh, wow. I just realized that's the fucking boneyard of fucking crab limbs because the stingray has eaten so many of them.
Getaway. She needs to get lost in the crowd.
Right. Because, and again, I love this video. We can't do this with people. If we were watching a video where one person was just mutilating other people, you'd be like, no, but because it's the animal kingdom, you're allowed to do it. Isn't that weird? You're allowed to do it for animals. It's not insensitive to be like, hey, man, sometimes they get hungry and so they're eating each other. That's nature. It's all right to do it. These two people are punching the fuck out of each other over a fucking hamburger, but they're homeless. To watch it is insensitive. What? It's nature. They're fighting over food.
Ray's victim is now an empty husk.
Oh, Oh, you killed the crab and you sucked out his guts. Oh. That's gotta, it's all weird watching animals eating animals. Like, the thing that's weird about me is they never use any silverware. Do you have no decency? Are you completely uncivilized?
But he's yet to have his 50 a day.
Dude, the thing is like a fucking empty bag now.
And the fleeing crab is still in the open.
All right, I haven't watched this. Over or under? Do you think BBC's going to air murder right now? Do we think we're going to see a murder? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm excited. I'm saying yes. Cue Jake Hudson. Do you watch Animal?
Do you, I got something important to say, with what, do you watch Animal Planet?
I'm saying we're going to see murder. I'm saying the crab ain't going to make it. You ain't going to make it.
She's made it.
Fuck, I was wrong.
Now to vanish among the masses.
Good thing you're not bright red.
Now to vanish among the masses. Where's Waldo? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Go back.
She's made it. Now to vanish among the masses.
Right. Because how would you spot that one? I'm sorry, man. Unless that fish has no sense of sight at all whatsoever, one of these things does not look like the others. I get it that there's probably a lot more to that with eating, considering your mouth is on your under. That's like, it's like your mouth being on your ass, really. You got to float over the food. Fuck the stingray. They killed Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin drew first blood. He was trying to finger that stingray's butthole. He knew what he was in for. All right?
Wouldn't have been nothing if it wasn't for that king shit animal expert.
Why is the one that's most vulnerable also the largest? I'm sorry. If that crab's looking for a meal, the one that's apparently easy pickings is the big one.
The greater the numbers, the harder it is for the ray.
All right, if all of you guys, just coordinated your efforts.
Sure, scurry now, and you may live. Fight the stingray, and you may die.
But what if you could take all of those days
to come back here for one chance, just one chance, to say it might be the fucking Nature Channel, but we're going to kill that goddamn stingray.
Yeah, they lost a little bit at the end there. I'm coughing. Johnny, did you say mouth on ass? Yes. I said mouth on ass. I said as a stingray attempting to see and then eat food would be the equivalent of a person attempting to eat with their butt. You heard it here. And you can't unhear it. No. Don't. Nope. That'll get Buzzy excited. I'm not saying they're eating ass. I said they're eating with their ass. With. I'm going to die.
Those with hard shells form an armoured fortress, with the soft-shelled hidden beneath.
What the fuck? How do they know how to do that? How do you guys know which one has the soft shell? And what if the one with the soft shell's a dick? Thank you, Joe Berger, for joining the conversation. Blowing bubbles, as some would say.
Left in the open, Spy Crab is now a sitting target.
Please tell me he's gonna try to eat Spy Crab. Spy Crab. That's why we don't smoke keef. All right, please tell me Spy Crab is gonna die in service. He gets his own star on the wall. No one will ever know what Spy Crab did. But because Spy Crab did what Spy Crab did, that crab's alive.
It gets the full death ray treatment.
Oh, do we have inside the stingray?
A crab's eye view of an untimely end.
He killed the robot! The stingray won! Oh, fuck. Nope. Never mind.
It's not over yet.
What, the crab's gonna write? The stingray's gonna write it?
This time, the ray did it a favor. Back firmly on its own 8 feet, our spy heads to the fortress.
Seriously, again, why are we having this robot do this shit? I feel like the stingray's gotta be pissed. He doesn't have any help. He doesn't have a robot stingray coming around with a shell cracker, breaking these bitches open, making life easy for him. He's gotta fight these fuckers off. And I'm choking to death. Again, this is why, Johnny, we don't smoke a giant piece of keef right before the end of the show. We've gone over on the time, and I've got to get cleaning and stuff, and I'm gonna go up and let him eat Spy Crabs. At least the lithium battery would explode a stingray, right? That would be hilarious if it's like Spy Crab knew he had no more time left, but fortunately for him, he wouldn't go alone, and then just poof, stingray explodes. Stingray imploded. And although it cost him his life, score 1, Spy Crab. Anyways, I am coughing too hard to even sign off decently. That's how bad my life has become. Thank you very, very much for the amazing support that we've had today. It really means the world to me. I am so glad that we can keep the show going, and that support does that. And so thank you. We will be back tomorrow from 2 to 5:30 with another fully funded, amazing, oh my God show of who knows what happening. Till then, we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. Take care.
Game over. Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you do fucking? Fuck! Fuck! Game over, man. Game over. Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's brains. There's phones. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get fish naked. Join me. No, you fool. We're following